And welcome, everybody. We are live with session 10 of Earthdawn, 4th edition, Tales of His Majesty's Royal Exploratory Force. We are missing a few people. Unfortunately, 'tis the season for that. Who wants to say what happened last time?
Let's see.
I believe we checked out the rest of this floor because there was like a couple of laboratories with like ghouls in them, and we dealt with those, put them down, and then we also found an area where apparently the Nethermancer that I don't know was messing with horrors had a room with a number of they were like people in glass. They might have been like protectors or members of his little research team or something. We don't know, but they were like in glass cases. And his dead body was at a table with some books, and we found a grimoire of his, which included the ability to summon horrors. Anything else happen, guys?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I think the results from all the research we did were that there were a few different groups doing research here. Not like different groups, but there was Faxir, their most powerful Nethermancer, and then there were other people who were working on just creating cadavermen to protect them and trying to figure out how to bind spirits into those cadavermen. Who, based on something we found later, we think that the spirits they summoned and put in the cadavermen might have been Inve, so we might have some Inve somewhere down there, or cadavermen with Inve spirits in them. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
And then Shaxir summoned a horror and tried to get it to help them, and then that went about as well as it possibly could have, and everyone was dead.
Oh, and you're not on VC yet.
I'm on the stream. I'm in a VC call with just Joe.
You're separate. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
it's doing that
thing.
again.
Okay, I was confused.
Yeah, it is weird.
You're all by your lonesome.
Forever alone. But
I can try to fix that.
Yes. So right now we're deciding whether or not Hack would like to experience the last moments of this Nethermancer's life. Which might be a terrible idea. I mean, it's experienced death. It always might be a terrible idea. Or should we just start digging this barricade that was made to protect whatever is down there from what was up here? And I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah, this is not the best situation.
Adding you to the call again.
Sure.
I get a wound from this is going to make learning a new talent or spell difficult.
There you are. I see you now.
Hey, there we go. Thought you couldn't get wounds from it.
Wait, can you get wounded?
The magician cannot take wounds from the effects of the spell, but you can put the damage.
Yes, I can. I thought you can.
The magician cannot take wounds from the effects of the spell.
Oh, okay. So it's just mystic damage. But
you can still die.
You can't take wounds, but you can still die?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a physical attack. It's all mental strain.
I see.
I get some temporary health beforehand, and then I take the damage that the target took before he died as mystic damage that comes off of my mystic defense.
I don't know. Okay, maybe this doesn't sound like such a good idea anymore. That sounds like a terrible experience. So you're literally experiencing the death that he went through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you really hope that there was some relevant information in the last 42 seconds of his life.
Welcome to Nethermancy.
Yep. I mean, honestly, this is a really cool version of like this classic speed ability.
Okay, it sounds really, really cool. At the same time, incredibly dangerous.
On the bright side, you do get like a shield from whatever the killing blow, whatever damage you took through those last 42 seconds. You get a pretty chunky amount of bonus health against that. But
it's pretty bad to use against things that have a lot of health that died. Like if there's like a warrior or something, No way I would want to cast it, because anything that killed him did a lot of damage, right?
Also, any
but this is-
corpses that have large, obvious wounds too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a Nethermancer, right? So he's got low health.
Yeah, and we didn't see anything like a shattered, like, bones or anything on him or anything like that, right? Nothing that made it obvious to what his death was.
Nope.
Okay, so there's that.
Okay, so if we're gonna do that, let's get some healing supplies out.
All right.
Yeah. Get the old. Are you at full
I
health?
believe a booster affects my next recovery. So if you do have to apply a last chance salve or something, or I use my own recoveries, I think I'm gonna take a booster before I do this.
Yeah, we got 10 booster potions. Yeah, go ahead.
So mark off a booster.
Done.
Okay. Get the last chance salve out, ready. And I get to cast this thing. I might take multiple castings before I'm successful. Okay, so first thing that's happened is I'm going to weave a thread for extra effect. Do I have to roll it actually? Because I'm just going to keep doing it until I get it. So yeah, and then I need to.
Yeah, we're not in a stressful situation, so we don't.
The effect, the spell casting test matters, not the.
Yeah, I got to beat the target's mystic effect. This is going to be the difficult part.
And the thread weaving for attunement is only a 10, so.
Yeah.
I think is it his mystic defense while he was alive, or is the mystic defense on a corpse, which was 6? I mean, I guess the spell would always be cast on a corpse,
as if he were still alive.
It would say 6 if that was the rule used.
Yeah, it says as if he were still alive.
Yep, let me attune the grimoire first. Just so I'm going to use the sheet for this.
Or not. Third time's the charm.
Hey, there we go.
Okay. And then we're going to...
extra thread.
Yep. Increase effect. Success. Okay. And it requires 1 thread.
Yep, so you need another thread.
Success. And then spell casting. This is when I'm going to... Oh wait, I want to spend... Probably should spend karma on both. Makes sense.
On both?
What? I'm gonna on my effect test as well, probably. Well, I can't.
You can't yet.
Just will. Right, okay. So I don't have a target to click on.
Oh, hold on. Let me give it a defense.
On Pakvia?
Yeah, I need to... It's just a token, but I'm going to give it a mystic defense. Okay, it has a mystic defense.
Okay, so I click on that. Failure by 3. Okay, so I need... Oh, it doesn't tell me. Okay. So, reset. Okay, so... Open up my spellbook again.
you have to do that all over again?
If you want, just with the die roller, because presumably you're going to weave 2 threads.
Yep.
So if you want to just cast spell casting from the talent sheet without doing the spell log. Oh, wait a minute. That
Okay.
might interrupt the rest of it too. No, because the effect test is just a
No.
damage buffer, so that's...
Yeah. Okay, so spellcasting.
It should let you throw karma into it as well.
Okay.
Oh, did that not...
Gotta click on the token. Submit. 1 karma. Failure by 1. Got close.
Is this thing spell defense that high?
Yeah, he's fire circle nethermancer than me. Success.
There we go.
By 11. By 11. So
nice.
Yes,
2 extras.
you got 2 extra successes, yes.
Yeah, and the
Does that
extra
give you something cool?
successes increase effects. So good, which is what I wanted. So
Gives them a
I
better
am
damage
plus.
buffer.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I'm instead of will plus 5, I'm will plus 11. Okay. And let me roll that. 11 modification. Will it ask me for karma? No, I can't. So submit. I got a 9. Oh well.
No, that might not. That probably doesn't beat his mystic. Oh, that's the effect.
Oh, that's
you
the
already-
effects.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay, so I got 9 extra damage when I cast it. Okay. So let's see how this goes.
Okay, you get, what, 42 seconds, somebody said?
7 rounds.
Yeah, 42 seconds.
Okay.
Hack enters into a trance.
Now we're just waiting, watching.
Yeah. Okay, you... for the last 7 rounds of his death, or his life rather, he is already sitting at his desk. Everything is in the order that you found it. You know, stuff was sitting off to the side or whatever. His grimoire was neatly folded to the side. And he is instead watching the elves in their glass cases. And he is, at the start of it, he is fondling the amulet that looks like the heart. And then there is a pain of his life leaving him slowly. He's not saying anything at the moment because there's nobody else in here to speak to except for the elves, but he is not speaking to them. And so you take 7 times. Oh, I am not doing this. Did you see that? 9?
No.
Yes. No, I see my will roll.
Huh.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't see
doing
anything.
role play. Okay, let me roll public. All right, so that's the first pulse.
Ouch.
Does he resist any of this or no? Or is
No.
it just
He resists
He
9 of
gets
it.
that 9 free damage.
oh, this is really gonna hurt.
Well, I mean, it comes off of my
Oh,
my
God.
will. My mystic armor comes off of that.
Oh, it does. Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, Mystic Armor protects it.
Okay, so
Right.
at least it reduces a little
That'll
bit.
help a little bit, but this is going to
Wow.
hurt really bad if he keeps
So-
rolling 11s.
Okay. 9, 9, nothing.
Can you tell what's draining him?
No. Not from this thing, but he's watching the
18
elves
plus
as
7?
he's doing it.
So we're at 25.
Actually, yes. As from here, because you do have an elf close to the left in glass and to the right in glass. Every time one of these pulls happen that he feels, the blood pool at the feet of those elves in the closest glass expands and then retracts.
Oh,
Every time he takes damage?
Yes, every time he takes damage, that happens.
the elves are draining him?
Yeah, so it's like the elves seem to be taking his life.
Or he's giving his life to the elves.
And last one kills him.
25. That was the last one?
No, this next one is
One
the last
more.
one.
One more.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So 25 plus 8 is 33. Plus 4 is 37. So let me find the drain button here. I do go unconscious.
But not dead?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see, what else do you get? Do you just...
Where's the drain button?
Hit the damage above the damage box?
Oh, that's very handy. Okay.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
did it give me a
Move the
wound?
You gotta heal the wound. Because it's just giving you
Okay.
damage, not mystic damage.
I click strain. There should be no wounds from. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, I fall unconscious. At which point, like, I think it's like a 1 minute later, I take my recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
actually, we can just take an action to wake you up, actually, and make it recover immediately.
I'll just look at Max.
Okay.
And, is he dead?
Wait, what?
The
The Game Master died? What?
Game Master died. Oh, okay.
I
But yeah,
mean,
just But yeah, I look at you. I'm like, is he dead?
you sense
Nope.
everything from the point of view, but it's not like you get an insight into their thoughts, right?
Right.
It's more like sensory input, right?
Yeah.
So the things he feels,
Actually-
sees, and hears. Does he hear anything?
Since they're both Nethermancers, would he be able to, like, if this guy was doing something with his magic in his last moments, would that be something he
When
could
he recovers, I would give him a half magic test to
Okay. To see if
I
he
was
can
going to ask for
discover
that,
something.
yes.
Cool.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
check, make sure he's not dead. Try to wake him up, and then Hack gets to make his recovery test.
Okay. Boosters at 8, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. Are you okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay. He died steadily, but not like, so it wasn't like an abrupt thing. He was apparently fondling the amulet, and every time it hurt, apparently the blood pool at the bottom of the statue came out and then withdrew. So, like it was like the amulet was some sort of like part of what happened, but it was like he was like his life was going out of him, and the blood pool was happening. So either maybe they were taking it, or the horror was taking it with them, with those elves.
That part of fortune
So,
killed him.
I don't know. What kind of magic? And then that's when I want to take the half magic. As I'm talking about it. I am no longer unconscious, so I should click that. No? Why am I at -3?
You might have to unclick the unconscious button itself.
I did.
Oh.
That was the thing I'm messing with here.
Let me see.
Are you knocked down or anything like that? Because unconscious might have automatically done knockdown as well.
Yep, you're also knocked down.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. And then perception. Oh, there's a half magic button. Yep.
And yes, perception.
Remember, never try to cast spells or think about things when you're sitting down. You get a -3 penalty.
All that sleep
16.
casting.
Not bad.
Yes. Your sense is that he was voluntarily giving his life to jumpstart a process. So whatever happened, it started before this, but he was giving his life to power whatever the elves are doing. And the only thing that you've come in contact with that is still magically powered would be the defenses of the door before you destroyed it. So probably he was starting a process that would protect the door after his death for whatever reason.
Oh, sorry, dude.
But the elves are still like, there's still some magic going on with them because the blood is still like pulsing out of their feet, right?
Yes. Yeah, he had to give his life to start an automated process that has since been continuing.
So what you're saying is we have another magic power source that's no longer powering anything.
Mm-hmm.
So heck, you ever wanted another magic reactor for something? Got any mad experiments to run?
Not really. Never really had an ambition like that.
Seems strange that he would
which
kill himself to
door
lock a door with him inside. But
yeah, I mean, like it was just the door to this room, right?
Yes.
The one we destroyed with the ballista.
Give me a perception or awareness if you have it. Check.
Everyone or just hack?
Ooh.
Just hack.
Oh boy.
A 4.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on. Is there something astrally in this room that's being protected, or?
I mean, it may have just been certainty of death, and he decided he'd rather not be turned into a cadaverman.
Yeah, I mean,
roll astral
did we
sight.
Look astrally?
I don't think anybody.
Yeah, did we
has.
look astrally?
no, I don't believe we did.
Yeah. I'm gonna check this thing out astrally. Look at the Windling. You should help. Let's both look.
All right, let's do it.
You may not need to.
Well, now.
That may be unnecessary.
You see everything.
First, you watched his death from his point of view, and then you look back through time to see his death from the other point of view.
You can see astrally that, yes, there is magical energy pulsing through the walls of this room. Through a protection pattern, the pulse is now happening like every 30 seconds instead of every 6 seconds like it was before. So when that pulse happens, magic seeps from the base of the glass. So they're on, I think it was 3 foot or 1 foot pedestal type things. So magic seeps from them, the floor of the base of their feet, through the little pedestals, and then to the closest wall to whichever elf happens to be standing at. And then it patterns out through the wall, through the ceiling, through the floor. Now there is a gap where the door used to be, because there is no door there. And there's also a strange thing where at this wall over here, it seems to flow towards the wall and then stop, and there seems to be a gap of some sort there too.
Which wall? I didn't see.
We never checked for secret doors in here.
Okay.
Yeah, we should check.
Point it out to them, and we think we're gonna all be checking that out.
Huh. So, and also the pulses are slowing down since we entered the room. So I guess breaking down the door.
Well, I think they've been slowing down since.
They've been slow.
I think they've been slowing down. Yeah, they've been slowing down since it happened, right? They get a little bit slower, a little bit slower.
It was every 6 seconds. It was every 6 seconds when he created it.
Yeah, when he was starting the process.
Okay. And every 30 seconds since we've come in.
Yep.
Okay.
If there's a gap, there could be a secret.
That's solid craftsmanship. Lasts 100 years, and it's still running at 20% efficiency. Okay, it's not
magic
Kaer
level
building efficient, but
magic level is high. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, let's head over there and check it out and see if that's a door we can open.
Sure.
Worst comes to worst, you move the ballista in here.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, which wall was it again? I think I missed that part.
The one
that wall
over there. Okay. All right.
So if somebody wishes to investigate, give me perception or awareness.
Oh boy.
Because
oh no,
it looks just like part of the stone of the room.
Did all the people with awareness talents, are they all missing this week?
I have awareness.
Okay, good. And I've got perception. Yeah.
13.
13 is enough. The stone of this wall seems to be, there's a very cunningly hidden seam through the layering of the stone. So it looks like it might be able to be pushed slightly or twisted. And then, through some experimentation, you can actually push on one end, because trying to push on both sides of the stone doesn't do anything. It seems to revolve from a center axis. So you push your way in on one side, and one side revolves inward and the other side comes outward. So you could leave it halfway open, or flip it all the way around, or...
Is it just a stone, or like the wall?
No, the wall. Like okay. 6 foot high section by 3 feet or 4 feet wide.
Kinsey is excited. Look! Secret passage! Let's go!
Yes, let's go. Oh, also, Hack, would you like some more blood before we go on? In case there's something dangerous in here.
Hack looks at the elves. Huh?
Blood. Healing. My blood, not theirs. Don't worry about it.
Oh. I guess, yeah.
I've got extra. Oh. One more.
Either that or wait an hour.
There we go. Okay. You can go ahead. Yeah, you can have 20 health back. I can.
What the stone reveals is a small chamber, 4 yards wide by 8 yards deep, and in the back half of this room is a chest.
Ooh.
Is it trapped? Oh wait, the guy with detect traps is gone. Okay.
Well, no, anybody
hey,
can
hey.
detect traps.
I have danger sense.
Okay,
If something's gonna go off, then I'm gonna know about it. See, that's how it works.
Yeah, that is actually correct. You can dodge traps with danger sense.
Yes, I can. All right. Theoretically, yes. Theoretically. All right. So I will.
I guess we'll look for it first, just in case.
Was it just awareness to look around for if there's any traps or anything?
No, without detect trap, you can't find traps.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna have to depend on my danger sense now, won't I?
Good luck, buddy.
All right. I got this. So I will slowly I'll try to stay off the ground and just kind of flutter in and see if that protects me a little bit more.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I should be back here because then I can charge
If there's something that appears, yeah.
Yes.
Nothing seems to happen when you float into the room.
Cool. All right. And the chest is in like the very back.
Yeah, it's taking up. Oh, I'm on the wrong pointer. It's like centered, not quite against the wall, so there's room to walk around it.
Okay. I'm gonna land on the chest.
Okay.
Anything happen? Nothing.
No.
Okay. All right. Quickly, just a look at the chest itself. Like, what does it look like?
Looks like a very sturdy, iron reinforced wooden chest with a couple of latches. No locks, no padlocks or anything.
Doesn't look like it's locked.
And then, how long does your astral sight last? Hack?
Mine lasts 2.
Oh, okay. So it's probably faded. Unless you wish to keep spending strain to keep it going.
No.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay. So nothing bad has happened. All right. Well, it doesn't look locked. That sounds really strange that they wouldn't do that.
Check it out astrally.
Yeah. Let's see. I will check it out astrally.
Roll astral sight.
Oh. Okay.
So you rolled a 14. Yes, you can pierce the veil here. Now I need a perception check. Or awareness.
Ugh, 4.
You can't really get much info on the chest, but the chest itself is not magical. You know that much. It doesn't have a pattern or anything like that.
Do I notice any magic in the room? In general,
No.
just from the astral sight? No? Okay. Fair enough. Okay. I'll pop the latch.
All right, you pop the latch.
Just sort of, pull up the lid and kind of fly up, assuming nothing bad happens when I pop the latch.
Well, when you pop the latch, it pops open. And when it pops open, it triggers
a trap.
Yes. A gas expands from the chest itself into the room.
So,
And I
how
need
does my
you.
danger sense work on this one?
It's an initiative roll against the initiative of the trap normally.
Yes.
Okay.
So roll your danger sense.
Do we need to roll initiative too?
No.
Okay.
It says target number. Do you roll your initiative first, or do I have like a?
No, your trap initiative is, well, you have to beat its initiative, so I guess.
That would be the target number. Yeah. So I guess I would
Yeah.
have to know their initiative first.
But it shouldn't, you can change that to not ask for the target number.
Oh, I did okay. I mean, I could just leave it at 0, but
Yeah, leave it at 0.
okay. 10.
3. So you get to act first. You can, popping the latch opens the chest. You can hear the hiss of expanding air rapidly, so you can quickly, if you have movement left, flutter out of the room.
Yes, I will bolt out of myself. Oh, gas! Can I swing the door shut on the way out? Can I like push the thing?
You
to
know.
it? No. Okay. So and yeah, so I'll.
It doesn't expand that far. It seems to
good.
expand just in the immediate area around the chest itself, and slowly fill that little space, and then it dissipates.
Yeah, it kind of goes up into the room, and it's not really as effective into this room, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
But the chest is open now.
Okay, so I'll wait a few minutes for it to dissipate. All right, there we go. See? Perfect. I handled it. And
excellent work. Windling trap disarming. Somewhat different from obsidian trap disarming.
Yeah. she's very skilled. And she goes in and takes a look at the chest. Still not touching the floor, because she's still a little paranoid about touching the floor.
You know, it's better than 1 trap, 2 traps.
Yeah.
Yep. So she just kind of perches on the edge of the chest and takes a look to see what's in.
Well, it's popped open. It didn't like swing open. It just popped up.
Okay.
You have to actually lift the lid open and all that stuff.
I'll lift the lid open.
All right. Inside you see silver coins, many of them.
Oh. We have money in here.
Excellent.
Not
Let's
only
see
that,
how much.
you also see a well, mixed in with the silver, there's glints of other colored coins.
Gotcha. Oh, I believe he just walked in. So if there's a floor trap, then someone's
There
going to
is not a
trigger it.
floor trap.
Okay.
Look, someone said money. I'm looking.
Oh, I see. You set off the floor trap. I'm like, look what you did. No, okay. All right. So other coins as well as it's mostly silver, though, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's mostly silver and lots of silver. A few other colored coins in there, so elemental coins of some sort. But, I mean, this is a big chest, so either there's thousands of silver in this, or there may be stuff underneath the silver.
Well, I'm going to pull out a sack and start taking silver until that stops being an option.
While he's doing that, I'll mess him up by digging around, trying to get to the bottom, looking for the other stuff.
Oh, you're going to help him sift through coins as he's trying to scoop them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the other stuff besides the silver to see what else might be interesting down there.
Down underneath the silver, there is a journal that is wrapped up with kind of like a not quite a buckle, but leather straps that just wrap around it, but they don't actually like fit into a buckle type thing to seal it. It's just wrapped around it a few times to keep it closed.
Ooh, hack! We got a book! Okay. What else?
And there's also... a glove.
Fancy.
Looks like a nondescript brown leather glove.
Okay, well, probably check that out astrally eventually. Maybe somewhere a bit less contaminated. But actually, how is the astral contamination? Is it higher or lower in here than in the rest of this place?
It's about the same.
Okay. Okay. So the glove, the book, and the money?
Yep.
How
you
much
said
money?
there were other sparkly stuff, different colors. Like, is there other types of coins?
Yes, that's going to take you a long time to sort through.
All right. I'll just put pile of money in my inventory. You can worry about how much later.
Yep.
Okay.
I just make sure that he gets all the other extra colorful ones, and I'll dig through them and just throw them in the pile with him. That's what I was helping with.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless one of them catches my eye as being unusually colored. Like, are the colors more like gems, or are they actual coins?
They're actual coins.
Okay.
Elemental coins?
Yep. There's a mix of elemental coins in there.
Oh.
Yep. Any error fire?
If you wish to take time to sort them out.
Okay.
Just scooping, it's hard to,
Sure. Yeah, we can count the money when we get back to town.
Okay.
Never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing stuff.
We'll have enough time to count while we're digging through that giant pile of stuff. Whoever's not digging will be counting. See, that's that's going to be the rule.
So you're going to do all the counting. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
But okay, and let's take a look at this journal. I bring that out to hack and stuff. I don't know if it's his or not, but it looks interesting.
Check it out. Unwrap the leather binding.
Okay. It looks to be in a very similar handwriting to the other journal that you found. That seems to be the Nethermancer's writing.
Mm-hmm.
And this one here is talking about the skimming through it. Seems to talk about mention of the elves and their purpose in trying to set up a sanctuary here because he unleashed something bad and doesn't want it getting in to hurt him. It also mentions that they had found the Kaer itself had found a statuette that seems to keep astral space clean. They thought about bringing it here, but he didn't know how it would affect his defense stuff, so it is being mentioned as somewhere else protected in the Kaer.
He said an amulet?
No, a statuette.
Oh, statue. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And we know that around that. We know that around that other statue in that other room, the air was clear.
Mm-hmm. He describes it as an orichalcum statuette. There is a sketch in there too of it. Let me see if I have dimensions for it.
Maybe the little statue is inside the big one.
Hold on, I gotta get into...
It seems like an awful lot of work to get a sanctuary with like nothing else to protect except him. And I don't know, are these elves like, were they like volunteers or did he force them into it?
The writing doesn't seem to say outright, but you get the sense that he kind of forced them into it.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't outright say he forced them into it.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like a lot of work to protect his corpse. But on the other hand, I mean, you're trapped in a Kaer with horrors they're gonna kill you. So what else do you have to do besides protect your corpse and their and whatever possessions you had from being in the hands of a horror? All right.
Yeah, it just seemed like a bit odd to me. I mean, if it was set up to protect like something important, that maybe one of those books is really important.
Well, yeah, the books could be important. There's also his grimoire and the circle that can be used to summon horrors. I'm
Yeah, but
not
that's
sure if
not
a
that
horror.
important.
I'm not sure if a horror could use that to summon other horrors, but they might.
No, I mean, if they have the spell. There are spellcasting horrors. But I don't think that's the critical thing, though. I mean...
Unless there's something we're missing here, that's all there is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not... I would say it's not a particularly good use of magic to protect a room with just yourself and your last handful of possessions, but on the other hand, what else were you going to spend that energy doing in a Kaer overrun by horrors?
Okay, I think we need to go over the walls of the rest of this room more thoroughly.
Sure, we can check and see if there's... You should also check in here and see if there's a hidden room inside the secret room,
And the floor, too, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we need to be thorough here. Because this doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, you've already hit this place with 30 on Astral Sight, so I think we can assume that there's nothing magically hidden in here. So it'd be a matter of, is there anything else physically hidden in here? Yeah, is there any... Actually, it would be a question of you're able to detect this gap in kind of the wall, more or less, that led to this room, because this room is also shielded. So then is there anything like that in here is the question. Another place where the shield goes out around.
No, I mean, I don't think the shield needs to like skip. It could be like a hidden door with the shield written into the door. I mean,
you found the secret door with Astral Sight because of whatever this magical effect on the walls is.
Yeah, but I kind of suspect it. I kind of expect it extends around the room. Maybe the room was part of that protection, right?
Yeah. So if there's something else hidden in this, secret room, then you might be able to find it with Astral Sight, like you found this room.
Oh, like in the small room?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Hack was saying, it doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense that, all this effort was put into just protecting what we've found so far. So maybe there's something else. And I'm saying, if we found the first secret door with Astral Sight, maybe if there's something else hidden, we can also find that with Astral Sight.
I'll look around without the Astral Sight and see if I can't find something. I mean, It's a small room; it shouldn't take that long to like pat around all the walls and doors,
Yeah.
And the ceiling and anything else that I might pat around. So I'll pat around the room.
Pick up the chest, see if there's anything underneath it.
There doesn't seem to be anything else hidden. The sketch and the dimensions mentioned of the statuette are 8 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
And
what is the statuette of?
It looks like a name giver, but the drawing of it looks like it can be almost any name giver. There's
vaguely humanoid.
Yeah, it's vaguely humanoid. If you look at it from one angle, it might be a Tiskrang, or it might be a human, or it might be
Okay. Well, we should definitely go and get that. Because that seems really useful and also valuable. Both of those things.
Oh, the statue, if we can find it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we know where it is. We just don't know
it's that
how it's
statue.
hidden.
Right. The one that was keeping the room clean. That one.
It's in that. It's got to be inside that altar somehow. I mean, we
Oh,
didn't figure out
right,
how to.
yeah.
We didn't figure out how to open the altar,
Mhm.
but now we know what has to be in there somewhere. Unless they've got some other way of cleaning astral space that. But
Right. But I don't think we can deal with that after we discover what's behind the barrier, you know?
sure.
Okay, so the false men seem to really just like the Nethermancer.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why the statue isn't in this room, right? Maybe the Nethermancer would have had difficulty dealing with that false man by himself.
Yeah, I think he said that the he didn't have the statuette in here because he thought it might cause interference with his magic. The journal mentioned that, I think.
I thought it said it was just somewhere else and it was protected, right?
Right. He didn't bring it. He didn't bring it in here because he didn't know how it would interact with his ritual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess something that keeps astral space clean might not be. It's either really useful or a big problem for when you're trying to summon a horror. Not sure which one. 50-50.
Never tried.
Never will. At least I'm not gonna. I guess Hack might at some point, but let's save that for later.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I try summon a horror.
So I can kill you. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, we can go ahead and get started trying to dig out the barricade now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hack, you wanted to search the rest of this room. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Just in case the big room.
We'll go over carefully.
Okay, we'll do a big search on this room just to make sure we're not missing anything.
Yeah, you spend a thorough amount of time and don't think you've missed anything.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right.
Enough time to do a recovery check?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Are you kidding? It took
I don't
Hack
know why
almost
he would
20 minutes to weave to attune to the grimoire.
Yeah, but I didn't have any damage while he was doing that. Okay.
I don't know why he would die to protect the room. I still don't know that.
I think he was going to die regardless. It was just a question of, what are you going to do with death?
Well, I mean, it seems like his death wasn't his death to like seal the room up more for whatever these elves are doing.
I think the elves were used to seal up the room. That was the method.
But that's not their only use. No, come on, they can't be the only use. Is their only use to protect this whole room?
It didn't
That's
say
what
their use was.
Hmm.
They talk about it. They mention that it's going to seal the room because he unleashed something and he doesn't want it getting to him. But then again, he's dying to seal it up. So maybe he's afraid of something after death.
I suppose. I mean, do these things like devour your soul or something?
This is an excellent theological question that I don't think another master's having to. But he may have assumed there was an afterlife, and that horrors would be bad.
No, there's definitely afterlife. I deal with spirits. Some of them are name giver spirits.
I thought it was vague in the lore whether or not those were. Oh, anyway, it doesn't. Not too important right now. But okay, yeah, protecting your spirit from a horror after your death seems like a pretty decent reason to do something.
It's the whole point of Ghostmaster ritual. It's to summon a name giver spirit.
Oh yeah,
with, ancient knowledge of their discipline.
I'm just remembering some argument on the Passive Discord a while ago. Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, they could have maybe after death. Maybe he was worried about his spirit. I don't know.
All right. So we can start working on the barricade, or we can try to figure out how to get that Orichalcum statue out of the altar.
Oh, I don't know if we want to mess with
probably the statue.
You
probably
really
the statue for it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's made out of Orichalcum and it cleans astral space. This thing is. The only question is how
That's
to
an
do
incredibly valuable thing.
that. Yeah.
All right.
The statue.
There's lots of like really corrupt areas that Thrall would love to clean up.
So yeah, that thing was. It was a statue of Opandal that was like 4 foot. In that room, we found a statue of Opandal that was like 4 feet by 3 feet. That was brought there from somewhere else and was badly weathered. And there was a magical attack spell glyph on the lid of.
Oh yeah, it was the glyph that we were worried about. We didn't know what to do with that glyph, right?
Yeah. And
right.
we've got a guy with magical disarm traps. He is currently not appearing in this film. So.
Yeah, it's in the opposite corner of the Kaer of this floor.
Yeah. All right. So we'll travel over there.
Yeah.
We'll get another look at it.
You've got an altar with a tall, big, somewhat heavy statue sitting on top of it, which can be moved.
Yeah, there's an attack spell glyph, so as soon as it moves, something bad is going to happen.
No, you moved it before.
Yeah, that wasn't the trigger. Because we moved.
You moved it before and saw the glyph.
Right. We moved the statue before. That wasn't the problem, right?
Right.
It was I believe
nobody touched the altar.
Yeah, we believe there was. Okay. I believe we investigated the altar, and it looked like it could be potentially moved or something of that nature.
Is it light enough that like 2 of us can manhandle the statue off of the altar and move it?
Oh yeah.
The statue was fine. The statue was not the problem.
Now, whatever. Let's see if we move it and if the effect moved.
No, it didn't. We already discovered that. The statue is literally just there to cover up the glyph itself, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I think what he's saying is if the little statuette, like the Orcalcum statuette, what if that's inside the larger statue? Is the question. So yeah, we can try just picking up this statue of a Pandol and like pull it out of the room and see if it cleans the astral space.
Who wants to take the strain to look astrally?
I'll do it.
Okay. Probably mark off 2 strain worth. And moving the statue doesn't seem to affect the radius. It's not the whole room that's clean. It's just a circle about 10 yards.
Okay.
No. Let's go 8-yard radius.
Is it smaller at the top than the bottom?
A little. It does seem to be a sphere.
Centered on the altar, not the statue.
Right.
Or maybe under it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's underneath this attack spell. So the question is, how do we open this up without exploding?
Yeah, the journal does not mention how to get to it.
So let's see. I remember earlier in the Kaer they had their statues of different passions as puzzle kind of.
Did we didn't really define this, like what the effect of this thing would be, did we?
What do you mean?
Of the glyph, like what the effect would be? Or it's just an attack?
Probably a magical effect that damages you.
Okay.
Okay, we need to move the ballista again.
Well, we don't want to hit the statuette.
No, we want to hit the altar.
Yeah, but the statuette is at the altar.
You're just going to shoot the altar and explode the altar?
Well, I'll see if we can like crack it open, maybe.
Are there any like seams in the altar? Like, could you just pick the top off this thing if you weren't worried about setting off an attack cliff?
Yes, if you're not worried about touching it, it does seem like the top can be lifted off.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we just need to open the lid and yes. So
we need a very long pole.
And the one with a danger sense is not strong enough to lift the lid.
Yeah, I can't lift this lid. What are you talking about?
Okay. Another time for one more recovery test before I get punched in the face here.
Yeah,
You're going to try to survive the
you can
the
sit
blast?
and rest here for another hour.
Yeah, sure. 1 hour, and then I'll just go ahead and pop the lid here.
But you're just going to take it, whatever it might be.
I mean, yeah, I'm the only one we got strong enough to do this right now. I don't have danger sense. What I have is.
I mean, I don't think danger sense is necessary to know that is dangerous.
Yes, the danger sense is for recognizing the moment when you can when you need to run away.
True.
That's what it's useful for. Okay, that should be fine. I mean, I don't think this is gonna do 60 damage. You? Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay, everyone out of the room.
All right, everyone out of the room.
Okay.
I'm flying out of this room. I'm not.
And
I'm not even
I'm
gonna
gonna dismount for this. I don't think there's any good reason for.
Yeah. It should just be you.
For Zinda to be in here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and try to pick the lid off this thing and see what happens.
Okay. Well, you're not gonna try to avoid it because you actually have to lift the lid.
I'd be rolling initiative step 1 to try to beat its initiative anyway, so.
I mean, you could just fling the lid off of it and then run.
Yeah, I could just fling the lid off and run. Try that.
Let me, 334. All right, roll initiative then.
Oh boy.
That's suitable.
Really, it should have been a 0, but the minimum value is 0.
You do not beat the 48 trap initiative.
Excellent. Well, it's been nice knowing everybody.
Wow. Wow. I didn't think this was a very good idea. Like, I couldn't have beaten that trap initiative. Like, that's insane initiative.
Yep. Well, that isn't the roll that really matters.
Does 12 beat your mystic defense?
It does. No extra successes.
Okay.
This is fine.
So you suffer everybody hears Maxim as it sounds like his bones are splintering and cracking. Okay.
Ow.
There will be loud and distinctly unmanful screaming.
This is mystic damage, so I believe your mystic armor will matter here.
I do have 2 of those.
Just 2.
Yeah, 2. That's the number I have. I've got the plate armor. It's really
15 damage.
Oh, that could have been much worse.
Yeah, it could have. I still take a wound though.
Yep.
And does bone shatter do like extra wounds or something, or is it just?
I'm looking.
I poke my head in. Are you still alive?
1 effect test per success, and there was no extra successes.
Oh, good. Yeah, if I rolled 1 higher on that attack, that would have hurt a lot more.
Did you take a wound?
I did take a wound.
Okay. You add +5 to the knockdown difficulty, but it doesn't matter.
I'll fall over. That's fine.
Yeah, I poke my head in. Are you still alive?
Oh!
Hey! Yeah, we'll say, I don't know, you took a wound. Maybe your left arm is fractured until you heal that wound.
Why would you do that? Who makes things like this?
He's still alive, Hack.
Well,
you're muted if you're trying to talk.
Yep, I can hear him.
The glyph fades It is no
Cool.
longer on the lid of the altar there.
I fly in and take a look at what's inside. She just kind of leaves you lying on the ground with your broken arm and just like whatever.
No. After a minute of cradling like extraordinary pain, I'm also getting up to see what's in there. I was told there's
trying to
orichalcum in
stand
here.
up.
Inside
Like, ow, ow.
is an 8-inch tall orichalcum statuette.
Sweet. This looks cool.
In some
That's
ways, they
very
kind of
shiny.
nerfed this spell from previous versions, but they sort of made it better in others. You can affect up to your spellcasting rank in targets. So, like, it's considering because it's a 6-circle spell, you should be able to hit at least 7 or so people with it simultaneously.
Yeah, but you have to split your damage test between them all, I think.
Nope.
No, each
So
one can take multiple damage.
Yep.
So what you're saying is it's really dirty with lots of different people, but with one single person, it's yeah.
It's Nethermancer. It's dirty.
Just fucking
I think.
break your bones?
Oh, sorry. Reading correctly, you can only do each success level is one test. You can only do that many total. So like you have to get a lot of successes to get multiples.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you can only put two effect tests on a single target.
Yeah.
But still, two will plus 6 effect tests on a target. is
Yeah,
pain.
that's bad.
Ow.
And though these characters don't recognize this statuette, the players have seen this statuette before.
Wait, we did?
Mm-hmm.
In Shadowrun?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I don't remember the circumstances exactly, but
I don't either, but
Oh,
It
in
sounds
there
like it's
it
familiar.
just provided 1 force worth of spell effect for free, or boosted your force by 1 for free.
Okay.
It was a little
Oh.
mana booster.
So it has a different effect here than it did there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I remember there was like a guy with a staff and like a tomb or something, and we like, is that it? Where we like,
Yeah.
He was known for doing something with the staff. I forget what it was.
It was one of the saints. The tomb was. The saint went missing.
That's right.
You found this in a room further down with a trowel that actually gave you shape earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It
so
was fielded by Craftsman long ago. Yep.
You have a statuette.
Excellent.
Very nice.
okay.
How much is like this weight of orichalcum? Or how much is orichalcum? Anyway,
The value of it?
Probably more than anybody could give you,
Yeah.
unless you wanted to go to the Therans.
No.
yeah, and they would pay us 3 more bone shatter spells and then leave.
I think orichalcum coins are like what, 10 fire, so like they're
Yeah.
like worth like 10,000 silver. 100,000 silver. That's just a coin of it.
That's
Yeah.
So
wow.
I don't know if Joe World's doing it this way, but I think in Earthdawn originally, orichalcum built into like an artifact or a construct of some kind wasn't really useful as a valuable metal after that.
Yeah.
So you can't like deconstruct an artifact and I got orichalcum. No.
Okay, so
And it's
there's
probably not
no melting this down from
pure orichalcum either. It might just be an outer layer.
But it is an artifact that reduces astral corruption, which I can't help but think like you could get a lot of money out of Wizard for that.
Oh yeah.
That's incredibly valuable.
Oh yes. Which is why we should not tell anyone else that we have this.
yeah. Who's gonna carry it?
Also,
I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and pull off the armor on my arm and start applying one of those salves of wound closure because I got some digging to do, and my arm is broken.
Yeah, that would be
This sort of thing would be highly suspicious for us to have on ourselves.
Yeah.
we are currently pillaging a Theron research Kaer in which they summoned Inve and horrors. Everything we have on us is incredibly suspicious.
Not only that, though.
No.
Looking at a person astrally, you can see the patterns of threat items or whatever. This thing has an 8-yard radius sphere of slightly cleaner astral space.
Yeah. So
People can't miss it.
Yeah. Once we leave here, we should, what are
you
we
go
gonna
stay in
do?
an inn, and then like outside of your room, there'll be like edges of astrally clear space. Anybody with astral sight knows that you have something that can do that. That's not good for us as players to have on us. We should either like hide it somewhere and never tell anybody, or use it for something important, or turn it into Thrall, who can make use of it.
I mean, we should probably just turn it into Thrall then. I think that's probably our better option. Clearly, we can't. We can't have the other guys coming here and getting it.
Give it a few circles.
Yeah, if we're going to consider handing this over, then I want to bargain real hard before we hand it over.
Yeah. I think
goddamn medal for this. I take a noble.
I think any magician could raw cast within its area of effect.
You could. Oh my. Well, that's a hell of a drug. That's terrifying. Okay.
Yeah.
How big is this thing? Wait,
I'm not sure you necessarily want to test that assumption just now, but you might be able to do that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What were you saying? How big?
How heavy is this thing?
8 inches.
It's maybe 10 pounds tops, if that.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
It's portable.
Heavier than gold, but yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that raw casting ability would be nice.
Okay. After 10 minutes to finish applying the wound closure salve and let my bones fix themselves.
You want to go get to work on the barricade?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, I'm going to go borrow some of Bob's blood before I do this. He'll be fine.
Some of whose blood?
One of the Hatawas.
Oh. Alright, getting past the barricade just takes time.
Alright.
Doesn't need any rolls or anything. It just takes time. You gotta basically piece it together because it seems to have been well packed from the other side. So this side, you gotta find the right piece to take out and working from it backwards. But it doesn't take much skill. You have some picks, so when you do need to pry something loose, you can. It's just a matter of finding which piece to pry out first and going in that order. So it probably takes you 2-3 hours.
Right.
So those that are digging can't really do it, but anybody else like Kinsey can spend recoveries while resting.
She's going to be counting coins and dividing up the special coins.
Counting coins doesn't count as activity for taking recoveries.
Okay, cool. I mean, I don't really need. I guess I could do one recovery, but it's not super. I down a few points, but nothing major.
I can help. I don't need recovery, so I can help.
All right.
All right. There is. I need to
get out the abacus to figure out how rich we are.
Yeah. I gotta remember the hierarchy of coins.
Earth and water are 100, and air and fire are 1,000 silver.
Yeah.
And then I don't think... Are there wood coins?
No, not technically. Well, I mean, there might be some in Wormwood, but in Bloodwood, but
No, because wood kernels don't really need the added protection.
So just worth what wood kernels are worth.
Yeah, and earth coins too are very stable usually, but people still put them into coins. Where is... oh, there it is.
also wood kernels are incredibly rare outside of
Yeah.
Bloodwood.
Where's the stupid recovery button again? I keep forgetting where this thing is.
It's the word
So at
recovery.
recovery.
Or rec.
It's what? Hold on. Oh, rec.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on top of your recovery box is the rec name. Click the name. Found it?
No, wait. What recovery? Oh, wait. Never mind.
Top of your-
Oh, yeah. I'm blind. Never mind. Yep. I'm good. There we go. So no more stun.
You get to add your willpower to your first stun recovery.
I don't need it. I literally healed every bit of it. So
Okay, I'm just pointing that out.
I don't think he had any stun damage. It was just strain.
yeah, it was a strain damage, so I wasn't really worried about it.
Oh, that's
It's just telling him. I think it's just checking. Oh, he has no stun damage, so no extra willpower recovery. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, if somebody wishes to write this down.
Yep.
There's 6,523 silver.
Okay.
15 earth coins. 6 water coins. 3 air coins. And then everything changed when the 2 fire coins attacked. Oh, sorry. And 1 orichalcum coin.
How much are orichalcum coins worth?
10,000.
Or 1 ghostmaster.
One ghostmaster is what we want it for.
Okay, that's this is an amount of money.
The money is good. We'll do any kind of divvying up later when everybody's here. So
yeah. I think we should divvy up right now. You know, that's a great time. Yeah, that's
No,
13
no,
grand.
no one has to know that we just stumbled on this, right?
The party fund is currently 14,233 silver.
Nice.
And spells can cost a lot of that.
We're gonna probably should get death cheats for everybody. That's like the first major expense. I think they're like 500 each. I don't remember. But as blood charms go, they're pretty much just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, so. Okay, that's something. So let's find the barricade.
Death cheats are 450.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what we. I mean, unless someone wants crystal plate, I'm not sure what we could even buy that would make a dent in this.
Magic items if we want to, but
Also,
a lot of healing stuff.
Paying people to research for you, especially those things that you just have no luck learning about.
Yeah.
Training to go up in circles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Special materials, special mounts.
I could buy a griffin, you know.
Yeah, get a griffin.
Don't laugh. Well, I think
You're not-
griffins are a special case.
Oh yeah, you need. They're very rare, so you need to actually find someone who sells them. Same as elephants. Elephants are only 3,000, and also a griffin might just kill me before I could bond to it. But no, that's a price for a combat train. Okay, but that would be very rude to do to my poor Trojan.
Yeah, I want a krill worm, but they're not that expensive. But a special one would be nice.
Let's just get a war elephant with ride around its party.
About the time that Kinsey finishes counting, because Kinsey's getting distracted a lot by the fire coins, because when you take the fire coin and you smack it on a hard surface, it ignites, it shoots off sparks and stuff, so you can light little fires with it.
Oh yeah, she would definitely like to see. Look, watch.
And when you take an air coin and you smack it, it'll hover there for a few seconds. But you have a hole that a person can fit through in the barricade. The first few feet of your side of it have to be completely unpacked, and then as you go, it kind of narrows and narrows, but you do have a place where people can crawl through.
You can get through there?
Who's going first?
Yeah. Probably not in long riding, but I can. Yeah.
I'll go.
I can see in the dark. I should probably go.
But if it's trapped, you won't know it.
Sure you will. When everybody else finds out about it.
You already had a broken bone today.
Okay. No. We should bring a light quartz through. That'll just if there's anything watching, they'll immediately know. I'll take a look first. You can come right after.
Okay.
You're lit up here too, so if anybody's watching, they can see the light coming through from out.
Okay, well then go ahead. Then.
All right.
I can never see light going through.
It seems to be a downward sloped, carved out tunnel of stone. Right, so roughly the same dimensions as the hallways that you've been running through around here. And it just kind of goes down. Maybe 50 yards. Hits a ramp as it turns and starts going down in the opposite direction. And how far?
I'll go like another 100 yards and I'll come back if I don't see anything.
Around that time, it is when it meets natural cavern.
Oh.
That kind of branches out and goes in a couple different directions.
Okay, then yeah, I won't do that. I won't go wandering in that mess. So I'll
looking
head back.
into that area where it meets that natural cavern, it does seem to be some stone barricades that were set up, kind of the way you would set up sandbags to hide behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's some of that. There's nobody actually behind them at the moment. It doesn't look like there has been anybody for
quite
years,
some time.
maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll head back. There was no no sign of any traps or anything, so I'll even tap the floor a couple of times to make sure that there was nothing on the floor.
Yeah, nothing seems to jump out and stab you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we should be good. It looks like caves are down here, but they don't look like they've been used in a long time.
Well, that's...
Come on. Natural stones are the best.
All right.
Natural stones are the best protection against hordes, so you wouldn't want to alter it. The people are probably further down.
Let's, I'll get through this barricade and start heading down. Goblin Town.
With a little more work, you could get the mounts through.
Just my mount. Not gonna worry about the other ones.
Well, I don't know. How much more work to get the Hatawas through?
Or do you just want one
Another
for you to ride?
Another couple hours. No, maybe just
Let's
another
get them
hour.
through. Yeah, let's get them through.
Okay.
All of them, or just one? One for you to ride.
I mean,
No, get all of them through.
Yeah, once we have enough room to get one through, we should be able to get them all through.
Let's
right?
get all of our important stuff moved through. I'm not sure what to
Oh.
do with our captives or anything, but I
Oh.
don't want to leave behind anything important right now.
Can we assume that our other party members can watch our mounts and prisoners while we're gone, or do we need to take care of
Or
those?
we just assume
No,
that they're coming with us. Yeah,
they're just assumed to be absent at the moment.
Okay. We should at least scout ahead far enough to know where we're taking them. Like if we're gonna.
if you guys
he already went. He said he went 100 yards plus away. I mean, let's take a minute through.
Yeah, if you guys are taking the time to dig up more, I can do a little bit more scouting while you do that.
Okay.
Since I'm not digging, so
die.
Do you want to bring your wagon? No, your wagon's outside up top, huh?
Yeah, our wagon's entirely outside. I think we brought in the supplies, but the wagon itself, no way that's getting down here.
Okay, so more scouting with the light. There's down here, once you get into the natural caves, there's sound and evidence of lizards and other cave-dwelling animals down here. You do find remains. You find a few dead bodies. Every once in a while, something ate it and stashed it in a corner or whatnot. Where that area branches out looks to be in one direction, seems to lead to what looks like it may have once been bed chambers for a few people. The other way looks like it starts to switch back, and there's formerly defensive areas to where you would come down a hallway blind into a spot where people had line of sight on you and could shoot you with crossbows crossbows don't exist, sorry. Shoot you with bows before you could see them, and then it turned and went another way, so that if you got past that defense, you had to do it a few times. There's no people. You do find remains of old weapons and arrows that no longer function. But after a few of those switchbacks, it kind of opens up into a rather large area that seems to have mushrooms and other fungus growing. Very spread out and not manicured at all. And then at the far end seems to be another opening that goes further down.
Okay. I'll do my best to sort of map it out as much as I can on something, just so I can have a sort of an idea of where everything is, kind of thing. Since it's going to take a couple hours for them to dig all that out. And I'll come back and say, I found a big chamber that we can sort of count as a starting point, I guess, for things. It's got mushrooms and stuff around it, but it seems relatively big enough for the animals to chill in for a bit. And then we can come back, and once we find a different place, kind of thing, and just sort of move from place to place.
Yeah, and there are some bedrooms you said that I guess we could.
There's some old bedrooms, but it looks like everybody's dead. Well, everybody I've seen so far.
You haven't seen people.
Yeah, I've seen dead bodies, right?
No, you haven't even seen dead bodies. You've seen dead animals.
Oh, just dead animals. I misunderstood. Okay, so I found no people, but it looks like there was. I mean, it looks like.
And by dead animals, you mean things like small rats and things like that? Is what you mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cave crab, maybe.
Cave-dwelling animals that were preyed on by other cave-dwelling animals, presumably.
All right.
Yeah, but
the mushrooms are probably edible. I bet they're like a crop that they used to grow there.
Potentially, I can check them to make sure.
Well, anyway, let's move our stuff down there and into the mushroom area.
All right. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, and I'll go down there and check. I'll check to make sure there's nothing that's going to be bad for the animals or anything there. Would that be wilderness survival?
Half magic. You're a beastmaster.
Okay, cool.
Well, I think all of our mounts are carnivores, so we shouldn't have to worry about that.
True, but just making sure. Wait, what attribute?
Perception.
14.
Yeah, none of the mushrooms seem to be toxic that you know of to animals or
Okay.
people.
Okay, yep. Then this is a good spot. So the big question is, what are we going to do with those captives?
Kill him.
Yes, we know. So I okay. If we were to keep them alive rather than kill them, we could either leave them up there or bring them down here to, I guess, some of those bedrooms you mentioned. We could potentially keep them locked up in there.
Did they look sealable? Like, could I seal them up in those rooms?
They're not rooms; they're caverns that were functioned as places to sleep. So there's no doors.
We'd have to chain them up or tie them up somewhere.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or dig out some rock and collapse a cave.
Okay.
I like that idea. Tie them up and then collapse a cave on them.
I can't remember. Did Kothar get some chains or something to hold them last time? I vaguely remember something.
Yeah, they're chained up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if we can chain them up somewhere, I think that should be fine then. Okay.
All right, so somebody goes back upstairs, up a few floors, brings the prisoners down.
Yep. I'll do that.
All right, you have prisoners in a cavern that has one way in, so it can be collapsed. There's really nothing to chain them to other than themselves and each other. But right now they're mostly immobilized.
All right. I think we just go ahead and let them know that I think we've taken out all the horror constructs around here. There were definitely quite a few on those upper levels that we brought them through while we were guarding them. But
you could even walk them by some of the dead bodies just so they can see.
I mean, I don't think there's any way we could avoid walking them past dead bodies and dead ghouls.
Wait, are you trying to relay the fact that you've killed all the ghouls?
We're trying to relay the fact that there still might be ghouls, and that maybe they would be better off staying in these areas where there don't seem to be any bodies instead of trying to make their way back up through that area where there definitely were.
Okay. I'm getting the sense
have them stay around the Nethermancer that wants to kill them.
Look, we've totally cleared out the upper area, so don't think about going back up there.
No. We're going to say we had to kill ghouls. I think we got them all. Give doubtful look to Kinsey. Got them all, right? There definitely aren't another... there were some of them that were hiding as just dead bodies, and they didn't pop up until we were right on top of them. No.
Look, this place has too many chambers. Who knows? We found
that stone one. That stone one almost wiped us all out.
Yeah, if there's another one that goes around, then that's bad.
Yeah, I don't know. We're having a lot of trouble we're not very good at keeping you guys prisoner, but I don't know. If you make any escape attempt, well, I don't know if I can keep convincing Hack to keep you alive there. Anyway, yes.
Probably true.
Attempt intimidation. I don't know. Yeah, maybe Hack can throw a frighten on them before we go off and try to explore deeper in here.
They definitely seem to be intimidated, or they pretend to be intimidated very well.
They pretend to be. That's even better.
Huh. Could I get one of the mounts to or one of the spare Hitawas to screech or something really loud if it saw them trying to leave? Animal training.
You turned one of them into a guard, a watchdog.
Yeah, trying to figure out what that would be.
I mean, yeah, I've got animal training. How long would it take to do that?
I think training would take too long, but maybe a dominate beast?
I'm checking how long animal training takes. It takes a day to do that. Okay.
I wonder if the glyph would go off if we like put a spike into the altar top and then like chained him to it.
It was used up, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
I already broke my arm.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay. Yeah. So that would take a day to do, but yeah. Okay. Hopefully they'll be smart. But let's just go ahead and try to get our scouting done quickly.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on
Smart.
down
here. The other question is, should we cave it, barricade ourselves back in with that barricade?
I think there's a chance
It'll
we'll
only
get out
take-
of here very quickly.
It'll only take a few hours for like if the Therans were to come, it wouldn't take them long to clear it.
And if you ran into something that you needed to flee from quickly, it
We
would take you
couldn't.
too long to clear it.
Yes. All right. Fair enough. All right.
Okay. Let's head deeper down into hell.
So my understanding is we have a couple of ways to go, correct?
There's a couple of ways around here, but it's all this level. There's only one way that goes further down.
Oh, okay.
Past the mushroom area.
We'll do a. We'll do a quick.
Is it like a hole in? Is it like a hole in the floor, or is it like a tunnel that leads down at a slope?
It's a tunnel that leads down further as a slope.
I mean,
Okay,
whatever is
that's
behind
where
all
we're
the
going.
defenses. Yeah, whatever was behind all the defenses. That's what we want.
So let's head down as a group.
All right.
Yeah, leave our stuff here in the mushroom area as a staging area, and then head into
Down
the
you
dark
go.
unknown. Isn't this exciting?
Oh boy, time to die.
It is very dark, very quiet. You do hear sounds that you would expect to hear in an underground cave system. The sound of echoing stones falling off in the distance somewhere, water dripping. Every so
Gravel,
often,
crunching,
a small animal getting attacked by something that screeches before it's silenced. But there's no people. And
Is there a sound of water?
There is a sound of water, yes, dripping right now. Not running water, but an occasional drip, like it's seeping through from somewhere up above, through a crack somewhere.
Okay.
And you probably descend for maybe half a mile as a guess, because it's a lot of sloping back and forth before this, and every time it changes directions, it runs into a spot where somebody could have been a defense to ambush somebody coming down from above. And nothing ever seems to be situated to protect from something coming up from below. It's always something coming down from above.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Sounds
then-
reasonable. Setting up a Kaer, defending from like horrors that might be coming in. Yeah.
It doesn't quite match up with the information we found up top, but the situation probably changed. Like they said they were defending from something from below.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting like new defenses after that thing that came up. Like in other words, like they set the Kaer up. This is the way they would set it up, right? And then if they did find something down below, then and that came from below up above to the above, then I don't think they would like reestablish new defenses.
Yeah, it depends how long that was all going on. And where the people from above were defending. But yeah, anyway, let's head down. Let's see what's at the bottom of the rabbit hole.
I'm hoping that the defenses are just abandoned, right? Like after 500 years of nothing coming back down, they'd give up. But I don't think so.
We will find out.
Just a hope. This place does remind me of home, though. Needs more glowing mushrooms and fungus.
As you get further down, you start to see some glowing lichen on the walls.
Ooh.
I need a higher resolution of this map.
So I do have a question for everyone. Is there a point where we should go back up and get our the mounts and stuff? I guess when we find another clearing, or is it every so feet, or what?
Hack would have been happy bringing the mounts with us and riding them down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we actually just bring them.
Yeah,
I
just
mean-
bring everything. Okay. Cool.
Alright, I'm just going to try to use this map.
I mean, if there are people down below, they're going to see us coming with light crystals and everything. And hearing us talk and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We're not exactly being sneaky.
Yes, so you start to see some glowing lichen on the wall, and you do start to hear more sounds of activity, a low
Murmurs?
rumble of activity from further down. Nothing defined, but you do hear murmuring, talking, stuff like that.
Cool.
That sounds good then.
And
Good sign.
nobody here has Stealthy Stride as a talent, do they?
I have it as a skill.
Not currently.
You can all roll, if you're trying to be silent, you can all
No.
roll Stealthy Stride or Dex.
No, that was going to be my next skill. I was going to trade
Okay.
on when we could, but
So-
don't have it yet.
At a certain point, as you're coming down a hallway, you hear in Theron, so an elven offshoot, if anybody speaks it, some shouts. They seem to be commands of some sort.
I assume that means stop. Maybe we should just stop for a moment. We'll come to a halt.
Do they seem like they were shouted at us, or like they're supposed to alarm? Or...
They seem like they were shouting at you, like
Yeah.
issuing some type of command.
Okay.
No, we'll stop.
Whoa.
And then
Hello?
there's somebody else says something in an elven language that nobody understands.
I'll try shouting hello and Thralic and Orc and see if they understand either of those.
Hey, you speak Orc too?
Yeah, I speak Orzet. That might come in handy at some point.
I agree.
Somebody shouts back in Orzet. Who are you? Where are you from? It's a strange dialect to it. It's not modern
it's
Orzet.
not. We come from the Kingdom of Thrall, His Majesty's Royal Expeditionary Force.
Proceed one at a time, unarmed, hands up.
What is he saying?
Said one at a time, unarmed, hands up.
Oh, I'm not armed anyways. Okay. And I
Yeah, you
Ride
go
forward and-
first. You go first. See if their intentions are pure. I don't want to.
Okay.
Drop off my weapons without it.
Got it. I will.
I'll go first.
I will flutter my hands up and just kind of like slowly flutter my way over there.
When you get where you can see somebody, it is lit. There seems to be an orc and an elf, both of them with bows kind of trained in your direction. They don't immediately fire.
Good.
Okay.
I just wave at them, keeping my hands up, of course.
And they say something to you that you don't understand, but those in the back can understand. They seem to be asking for name.
I would have gone forward too. I said I was
Okay.
riding
Yeah,
forward.
Hack goes.
Okay.
There's one at a time, so
both
they'll
of you,
break.
they.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they said one at a time, so not side by side.
Yeah, you'd be like just a little behind me.
First, Kinsey, they don't shoot him, then Hack goes down. And
there are more?
Yes. Well,
yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
Proceed.
I nudge my head towel forward.
Until you get all down there. The space is big enough to house, the few of you, with them behind more of those stone set up barricades so that they could get cover. And they have a look of shock and surprise.
Good news, the scourge is over.
Yes, the scourge is over. And the horror that was in the upper levels, it went somewhere else, we think.
Their shock turns to suspicion and could be trick. And he says something, he kind of whispers soft enough that you can't make it out, to his companion. And the companion turns down the hall and runs off. And the orc is staying there.
You want to do the ritual?
The orc is staying there with his bow kind of from one to the other, ready to fire at some point, but not.
Kinsey, you want to do the ritual?
Ooh, wait, what?
Wait till we have backup.
Well, wait, hold on. I just want to ask if Kinsey wants to be the one to do it. That's all I'm asking.
Wait, what ritual?
Says the abomination.
Greeting ritual.
Oh, greeting ritual. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Do you want to demonstrate that you're not horror marked? Do you want to be the one?
Yeah, sure. Yes, I'm not horror marked.
Well,
so yes.
Okay, wait till they get another person to do it too. So
okay,
you can do it together.
It's about 15 minutes before more people. You can hear the boots as they're rushing up the cavern from below.
The excited voices of children in the distance.
No children yet.
Oh, really?
These seem to be more guards of some sort.
That makes sense.
I would have thought the news would have leaked a little bit and the children wouldn't have been controllable.
No, they're still worried that we're hoarders.
Yeah, they didn't go to the general public yet.
Children will still be excited.
But up come another 2 elves and 2 dwarves.
That's not surprising.
And they also, when they see you...
Cinnamon would be surprising.
And the dwarf says in, not Throlic, but close enough, you are from Throl?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. His Majesty, what is it, Varlus the Third's Royal Expeditionary Force? Who's the king right now?
Nedden.
His Majesty Nedden's Royal Expeditionary Force. Here to spread the news. The scourge is over.
Nedden?
Yep.
It's been a while. Nedden is the king right now.
What of the levels above?
They're not pleasant. We had to kill a few ghouls and Stone False Man, I think it was. Yes, a few nasty things there, but I don't
But
think
it's
there's
clear.
anything else dangerous up there.
Well, but yeah, nothing dangerous up there.
One of the dwarves seems to be more administrative, not armed or guards, and he kind of nudges the other dwarf. And oh yes, yes. We were advised about the ritual.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
You may do it first.
Of course.
Oh, they want us all to do it?
Seems to be.
Okay.
What is your artisan skill, Kinsey?
Oh, it's the tattooing.
Okay. So for tattooing, you probably have an area that is a tattoo work in progress, so that you can actually show some progress on the tattoo, and then point to others that you've completed, because it's takes too long to actually finish a tattoo.
Yeah. It's like, look, I got this one, and I did this one, and I'm working on this one. It's almost done. I've got a little work on it, and I kind of messed up there, so I have to fix it. But it's getting there.
All right, roll your artisan skill.
A 6.
Okay. They seem impressed. And then before they indicate that they want you all to do it, but they will take turns. So one of the guards will step up and do his.
Oh, if anyone wants a tattoo, let me know, and I'm gladly to do it for them.
One of the guards pulls out a chunk of wood that is whittled into a nice, pleasing figurine, and he makes a few adjustments to it, like it looks like it was not complete yet either.
Ooh, that's cool. Good job.
It doesn't look bad, but it seems like he chops off a part that he wasn't into. He's like, damn it, I gotta fix that.
A little bit of the shaking hands,
Yeah.
Mildly nervous.
Nothing seems,
right.
Twisted and weird, though, about it. Who is next?
I can go next. I've got poetry. I'm going to kind of pull out a little journal and recite a bit of the saga of the legendary Tiskrang flying sword, and then after like a few stanzas, kind of close it and do one by improv. And there we go.
Look at that.
That's very nice. And then what is Hack doing? You're muted.
Muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Hack will probably wash off the scales on his leg or something like that, and then paint a flower using colors for each individual scale in a motley collection that makes a flower like one of the first flowers he saw coming out of.
Okay.
And a 9.
Yeah, you all do very well. The others are going to do theirs. The orc. The orc, with a few rocks that he grabs, seems to bang out a percussive beat on the ground.
Musician. Nice.
It's a pleasant rock banging.
Tappity tap crunch crunch style.
Yeah, pretty much. And the others, one sings a song, kind of an improv song about welcoming new visitors from above. Oops, wait a minute. I think I rolled step 0.
That wouldn't have turned out good.
He is corrupted.
Oh, nice little jitty.
Yeah, he sings along with the rock beating. He kind of sees where the orc is taking that beat and adapts a quick little introduction song to it. And the two dwarves, one of them shows almost like a cross stitch that he's working on, that he makes some more modifications to.
Interesting.
He does not seem to do well, and he starts to pull it out and tries again, but
It's okay. Don't worry.
And then the last one, be the last one do.
Pulls out some human skin, starts stitching a new cadaverman.
Yeah. No, he probably does carving as well.
Mm.
And he mangles it.
Did you mean to do that?
And he inspects the wood, and he's bad wood, bad grain.
Oh, 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
Don't worry. We trust you guys. You're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess we should show you down to our mayor.
How many people are here?
At last count, 300.
Hold on 1 second. And I pull Maxim to the side. Should they be guarding against possible intrusion from the other people? Maxim?
Guarding against possible intrusion from
the ones that were trying to break down the doors. The Therans, right? Was it the Therans? Yeah, right?
See, I'm concerned they'd be happier to see them than us.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so keep that to ourselves at the moment. Understood. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
We need to sort of feel out what their allegiance might be at this point in time.
All right. Yes.
Because if they had the book of tomorrow, and they had a chance to read it repeatedly, they may actually have an inclination to.
I mean,
align.
I think we've also got the first impression chance here, but
they don't seem unhappy to see us, and we told them we're from Thrall, so
yeah.
We may be.
Thrall and Thera weren't at war when the Scourge started, I don't think.
No.
So, yeah.
Thrall was the
but we are now.
administrative province.
Yes. I suppose, we've identified ourselves as from the Kingdom of Thrall, not from the province of Thrall, so, that tells them something.
If they picked up on it.
Yeah, but we're also speaking two different dialects of Dwarven. So, it's easy to miss things like that.
Yeah. All right. Yes, we will gladly see your mayor.
They escort you. The two original stay there. The two dwarves and 2 elves that had come are the ones that escort you down.
Mm-hmm.
The dwarves are in the lead. The elves are behind your group.
Oh, and but before we go down, I'm just gonna grab from our supplies from our supplies we've got on the towels, some of our food that's reasonably fresh, like the kind of thing you could only get to grow on the surface, just to make a nice gift.
Okay.
Yeah. And
fresh rations.
Yeah, fresh rations, surface food.
Yeah, surface food, right? Things they might not have seen in a while.
New MREs instead of
Probably
ancient
the
MREs.
We were staying at a farm a few days ago. We probably got some fresh stuff.
Yeah, the Hatawas would make a nice meal gift.
No, I'm feeding the Hatawas.
You touch Twinkle Toes and Alcala.
They lead you down the cavern switches a few times and seems to branch off. Through one branch, you can see a glow further on, and it's in a distance, and you're still at a downward angle, so you can't see much, but there does seem to be buildings out there. But they take you down a different branch, which is another cavern for a while, and it seems to come out into a room, and not a room, but it comes out of the wall into a city. Looks like an underground city, but close to a building, and that building seems to have an open door where people are waiting with weapons just in case, waiting for people to bring you out through that cavern so that they can get a look at you. This way, this way. And he introduces you to, this is Ram and Talon. Not the mayor,
Ram?
but come further.
Rom, Talon, good to meet you. Dang it, I should have put points to first impression. I knew I should have.
Looks like it could be good to meet you. Anyway, and as you walk in, they kind of look out to see if anybody noticed, right? And then they close the door behind you. And they lead you into a room where there is an elf sitting at a desk. He's standing behind a desk. Not easy to get to quickly, and there are a couple guards in the room. And as you walk in, he kind of looks you up and down. You are from the surface, I am told.
Not me.
He's speaking dwarf.
They are, but I am
More or
not.
less, yes. I don't think any of us were born above ground. The scourge shouldn't end that long ago. But yes, we came from the surface down here.
Oh, what news?
Scourge is over.
That is the most important news. There are still, of course, troubles. There are still, of course, troubles in the world and on the surface. So, on the way here, we went by several farms that were attacked by slavers. The surface is not always a safe place, but it is no longer plagued by horrors. Not as it once was.
We have heard this before.
Did you?
Have?
You've had other visitors?
Not me personally when I was mayor, but yes, about 40 years ago, somebody came down that said they were from the surface. They were part of a larger group. He was the only survivor. He said the scourge was over too, but it was much too dangerous to go back up and verify.
Oh.
Well, we cleared the way. You should be able to go up now.
Well, we think there was something very dangerous that was trapped in the outer defenses of the Kaer, and it left. We think a matter of weeks ago, there was a trail leading away from this place, and it went south. And it left behind a number of constructs that we destroyed. But as best we can tell, those upper levels are safe now.
Well, one upper level, yeah.
Oh, if this is true, then we must prepare to open the main gates.
Well, the main gates, they have collapsed. Stone collapsed there, but there is a path out, nonetheless.
He looks confused.
There was some issues on your rain gate, isn't it? Some damage that sadly has made it very difficult to get out and enter it.
You are from above. How do you know of our main gates?
Wait.
Main gates?
I think
Oh.
I think our new friend is implying that they have another exit that they can now open up.
Oh, you have a secondary exit. So that wasn't your main gate up there.
No.
Oh,
Our main gates are on the other side of the city here.
That makes sense.
then yes, preparing to open doors would be.
Was there?
Go ahead.
We found a few scattered bits and pieces of documents from those above in the outer defenses. Did they? Were you attacked from below at some point during the scourge?
No?
They thought
From below?
there was some sort of they thought there was something from down here that came up to attack them. And they tried to defend against it, and they did a couple of really tragic things.
Not that I know of.
When is the last time you had contact with the guys that were above? Beyond the barrier that we came through?
There was some sort of schism, right?
It is documented here. He opens up a drawer and pulls out a rather large book and flips towards the back somewhere and starts going through pages. The last contact seemed to be 27 years ago.
And
So
That
surely
was-
you have
that-
L's here, so you probably
Yeah.
remember.
That was a few years after the one visitor that came down.
And you had a contact after that? What happened?
That was the guy who said he was the only survivor.
Yes.
Right. No, but that was before, right? 27 years is after that. That was the one
40,
survivor was
right,
40
right,
years
right,
ago,
right, yeah.
right?
Okay.
So then they had contact after that. I'm kind of wondering what
Mhm.
happened during that contact. Because the people above apparently thought that they were separated from you down here below permanently
By something
and
very
made some
dangerous.
rather tragic choices.
The entry here says that a squadron of 20 were sent up to reinforce and replace some of the guards.
And that's the last you've heard of them?
Yes.
And
And nobody came back, right?
There is no documentation that anybody came back.
wait, the barricade that we came through that looked like it was completely collapsed. You guys didn't create that?
when we came through, this lower area was barricaded from below.
I know not.
Okay. I mean, the place that we went through to get here was largely abandoned area, so you guys haven't checked out the upper levels in quite a while?
Yes, we had upper level defenders. Nothing was coming down here, so we had no reason to man all of those defenses.
But I mean, it's been years. You haven't looked?
Do you have in your
I-
records?
no.
Is there a man named Shaxir, an elf named Shaxir? Was he one of the ones who was sent up at some point? Shaxir Kaer?
Give me a perception check.
Oh dear.
Good job.
All right.
He kind of tilts his head slightly and then pulls out a different book, which seems to be a ledger of personnel. No Shaxir listed.
That's odd. Oh, okay. Well,
It might have been a century or more ago. That book goes back that far.
This book has every squad that is sent back.
strange.
Every change of guards since the beginning. He turns the book around to the front page and opens it up and has a dating system that is not the Throlic calendar. And these are the first 100 that were sent up to defend. And then 6 months later, here was a change of guards. Others came down. 20 were replaced. And he seems to go through there.
Okay. And what about the Elementalist Jerome or the Archer Lieutenant?
The Elementalist who?
Jerome. Or the Archer Lieutenant Ron. Those were the two that we found in like the area of the ballistas, way out in the front, in those small rooms.
He flips through it. And yes, here. They were sent up 100 years? No. 120 years ago. They never came down.
So when nobody came down to like get replacement guards, you didn't think anything of it?
Well, they may have thought something about it, but it's been like years, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if nothing came down to attack them.
They were up to defend the upper levels from incursion. We sent reinforcements when we could and when requested of them. Presumably, we send reinforcements to replace the fallen.
But if they didn't request any reinforcements, you didn't send any.
Yes, but there were larger gaps. And that's when a larger force usually went up.
Okay.
Other than that one survivor, when was the last time you had somebody come down?
A changing of the guard happened with that lone survivor. And several came down then.
Can I roll charisma or something? Try to see if he's trying to hide something from us, or
yeah.
All right. I wish I had social skills.
What roll would that be?
Straight charisma.
Yeah, just charisma versus social defense, which is not a good roll without any talents or skills behind it, but I will try.
I got a 9.
You did.
The 7 and the 9. He seems to be dodgy about something.
Well, it seems unusual that you wouldn't have sent anybody to check on them in such a long time period, but I suppose you're elves. Maybe that's just normal for you.
Who are you calling an elf?
He's an elf.
The mayor's an elf.
The mayor's an elf.
I mean, but there's like non-elves here too.
Yeah, but he's calling the elf an elf.
Okay.
That's what she's saying.
I'm calling that obsidian over there an elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, knife ears.
But yeah, if you want to prepare the main gates, we're not sure where those open up out to. We haven't checked that area. If you want us to go outside and scout it just to make sure that before you guys open up the gates, we'd be more than willing to do so.
Well, if the scourge is over, it should be safe.
It should be, but again, there are still dangers like slavers and other things that might be in the area. So it wouldn't be hurt to go and scout it just in case.
If you wish.
Yeah, the world is still, we'll call it wild out there a little bit. It's not been completely tamed.
So, did you preserve your copy of the Book of Tomorrow?
Yes, we have several of them.
Good.
Would you like to see it?
Yeah, I would.
This way. I will have
library?
you shown to our library.
Oh, yes, exciting.
And he looks at one of the guards that was standing outside and nods, and that guard turns and leaves and comes back a few minutes later with a few others. And which language is preferable? He's been speaking Dwarven all this time, but
Dwarven,
yeah.
Dwarven, that's the one I can read.
Yes,
I can read Sparathiel.
Yes. Dwarven. Throlic. Did Thrall have its own language now? Dwarven.
Yes.
It's a dialect of Dwarven.
Yeah, it's pretty much
the one we're speaking. If it sounds funny.
Yes.
And they come back with like 4 guards and 1 Dwarven looks like a scholar.
I'll be right back. I'm getting food real quick.
Okay. Actually, do we want to all take a quick break?
Yeah, sure.
Let me... I don't have a be right back screen, so I will just do that for now.
I'm back. Oh, did they go on break too?
If they send somebody up, they're going to find the prisoners pretty quick.
True, but it doesn't sound like they have an interest in going up, so they want to go for the other door, so maybe that's a positive.
Yeah. But I would think they would want to find their guards if they thought they were still up there.
We basically just told them they were all dead.
Something funny's going on here. Something funny.
No, I agree with that.
You'd think they'd be excited.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Very much so. So, 27 years ago, a lone survivor came down. That would have been one of the. I'm trying to remember. We found evidence of this. Like 100-some years ago, they did the summoning or whatever, and messing around with the corpses, and then that was that for up above.
Yeah.
And then they occasionally sent people up there. And I guess apparently nobody came down until 27 years ago. This is what's suspicious to me. That one survivor came down with other individuals, other guards.
So they were still up there at that time.
So apparently something from after that summoning and after the ghouls came back down.
Well, you did say something about it being too dangerous to go up or something like that. But I thought
it would make sense if just like they sent a group of guards up, they got flattened by that stone golem and the ghouls, and the one who came back down said it's too dangerous, we can't go back up.
Right.
But what this does not explain is all the information up there from like them talking about being invaded from being attacked from below. Nothing here explains that.
Yeah, it seems some.
I think some of the guards that were sent up were considered attackers from below.
Maybe.
We're going to have to reread those journals more carefully.
Yeah, especially with that.
I mean, it's possible that this was just like some big misunderstanding where like someone from below attacked someone from above, and so the ones above started sending down cadavermen to hold them off, and then they just ended up fighting each other over some accident like that, because once they start sending down cadavermen, then you assume there's a horror up there doing that. But that all seems very unlikely.
They also don't even seem to have known about any horrors up there. They seemed to think everything was fine. They didn't even know the block was there. Like they just
actually
didn't look anything beyond that.
So if there was a lone survivor who came down, he could have been the one who set up the barricade, and just didn't happen not to tell them. That would make sense. But
I think the barrier was. I think the barricade was refreshed more recently than that.
Maybe.
Well, the main thing I'm concerned about is they don't know who Shaxir is, which that seems unlikely.
Yeah.
If either of you guys want to put out some astral sight here, that might not be a bad idea.
Or he's not telling you who Shaxir is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They lead you out and into the larger cave area itself. And this city is in a large cavern. You can see several buildings created out of stone around. They have stone streetways that cross the way. In one direction, it looks like there is a lake. Further off in the distance is a raised area. You can see almost like a forest of large mushrooms and other plants over there. From the ground level, it's hard to see very clearly because buildings are in the way. But
awful lot for just 300 people.
Does this look like 300 people's worth of living space, or is this like the population is smaller than the
population
buildings?
Seems smaller. if
Okay.
their 300 people was an accurate count.
Okay.
But yeah, there's often one area, there's actually a couple areas. Seems to be a garden area where there's edible plants going around. In one of those, which would be the north wall by the compass on there, there are herd beasts. So they have meat. They're penned up. Not enough to feed a lot of meat to 300 people, but a little bit of meat here and there.
Okay.
And they're leading you from one of these small buildings on this wall here over to across the way and into another building. And there are people around going about their days. There's a few market stalls through. You know, it's not a thriving city. It's not like they have to sell and buy a lot. Most of the things is maintained for the populace, so it's just walking up to whoever is making one certain thing and maybe trading some stuff for others.
Okay. Trade some, street sweeping duty for an extra ration here or there.
Yeah.
Does someone want to do an astral sight on, some of these people and things around here? See if there's anything funky?
Sure. Let's see what we get.
Oh yeah, we've got nice low astral interference now.
Who's carrying that, by the way? That's what I want to know.
I mean, you're a spellcaster. You can carry it if you want, but otherwise, I was
Okay,
probably going to carry it.
I'll carry it.
All right.
And there's my astral sight.
Okay, that is enough to pierce the astral veil here. This is, from what you can tell looking around, this place is open, but your personal bubble is safe. So your difficulty is a 6, but everywhere else it seems like you need an 8 to get through, but you both do that.
Okay.
So what are you looking for? Are you looking at people? You looking just in general?
I'm looking for active spells that are currently around us.
Right. Something unusual,
The presence of any spirits, if, I don't know, the people in astral space look like giant bugs, that'd be good to know. Anything like that.
All right, both of you give me a perception or awareness.
Nine.
You both got a 9.
Yep.
There are a few active spells, not really around you, but in your range is
20 yards for me.
20 yards. What's your astral sight rank, Kinsey?
My rank?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1, I think.
Okay. So you can see out to 10 yards, and Hack can see out to 20 yards. So Kinsey is not going to see as much as Hack is, unless you get up on it. But Hack, you do see within 20 yards, somebody walks by, and they have a spell going around them. Can't tell what it is right away, but they do have an active spell. You also do see a spirit, a couple spirits flip into your range and then back out.
Okay.
ally spirits, elemental spirits? Can you tell what kind?
Ally spirits, if it matters.
Okay. Not Envy is good. Yeah.
You can also see. Well, no, that's range is too far. The pattern of the guards with a 9. No, you didn't beat their mystic defense. So their patterning is you can tell that they're adepts of some sort, but not much beyond that.
Okay.
And the dwarf leads you across the way into one of the larger buildings there, and it seems to be a library. Yes, our book of tomorrow. We have a few of them. We had copies made and distributed, as was instructed.
Yes, that thing you were supposed to do.
And he leads you into a library that seems mostly unused, or hasn't been used in a while. Yes, here. And he goes to one obscure section of the library and pulls out this dusty book. And this was our original.
Oh, really? I'm more interested in your copies.
Oh, well, the copies are mostly out and about. I think I have one over here, and he kind of goes towards the front, off to one side, and pulls out another book that's not quite as old and dusty.
Okay.
But yes, most of the copies are out with people.
All right.
Well, that's good.
So you're really from Thrall, and the Scourge is empty?
Yeah.
Is over?
Yep.
Very nice, very nice.
People are traveling. Airships are sailing.
Airships.
Mm-hmm.
The world moves.
I've heard about this big glowing sun.
Yes, the sun is
big blue sky.
That would be
The
nice
big
to
blue
see.
room. Yep.
Hack says with terror. All right. Yeah, you will enjoy seeing the sun, I think. But
I'm gonna kind of flitter around the library a little bit. You said it's largely unused. How stocked does it look?
Not very. I mean, the building is a lot bigger than it needs to be.
Got it.
It's probably got enough books for a very small city library, not a huge. There's flitting around. You can see books on history and the surface and animals and how to breed and how to garden and stuff that really has no purpose down here other than maybe to be preserved for when they get out to the surface.
Right.
And a lot of those nobody reads because they don't need to down here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
And there's a couple people in here that are in one area just kind of reading random, as far as you can tell, books.
Does it look like any of the books are like the kind of things someone written down here, like any record books or journals, those kinds of things kept here?
Look like it's hard to tell.
Okay. Look like any books were made in the last century.
I mean, wandering around, it does seem like some books are in better condition than others.
Okay, but it's like copies of older books, not like books that are written here, I guess.
Not really. Some of the books are in Theron. So you can't really read titles. There's a few books that are written in Dwarven. You can read those titles. and those do seem to be common books that you'd find also in the Great Library.
Okay.
The journals are so, they don't really stand out on site, but you do have a scholar here you could ask if they have stuff like that.
Yeah, but asking defeats the purpose of an investigation behind the back of the people who might be evil.
I mean, there are places where the books have been cleaned a little bit better, so if somebody was reading stuff within the past 30 years, they've wiped off some of the dust of the older stuff.
Yeah.
But it does not look like anybody maintains these very well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, population of 300, that's not too surprising.
The bulk of the people we've seen, are they elven or are they sort of a mixture?
The bulk of the people you've been exposed to or introduced to seem to be elven, but when you were walking across the street, you did see mostly dwarves out and about. And in fact, now that you're looking in there, a few other dwarves you notice are standing by the door peeking in.
Okay.
Hack will take the book of tomorrow, the new one, and peruse through it as he wanders over toward the table where you said there were a couple of individuals that were reading.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets close enough, he'll introduce himself and go, "Hi, I'm Hack. How you doing?"
And you're saying this in Throlic?
Yep.
One of them looks up. Hack? I don't recall a hack. Wait. He kind of leans over and... what does Hack normally wear? Robes?
He has fernweave armor. So that would be the bulk of his outside wear. But he has a cloak, usually slung off to the side, and probably a pack of some kind, and a couple of pouches.
Okay. So he kind of looks at you, notices that your face is reptilian and not non-reptilian, and then kind of looks over. Here,
the scales are painted in. Yeah, that's right.
Can you really breathe underwater?
I can hold my breath for a while.
Wow. Where did you come from? We haven't... There hasn't been a Tiskrang.
What, originally or recently? Because recently, from outside.
How did you get outside?
I walked.
Outside.
Well, I started out inside and walked, and then eventually became outside, and I walked. And...
Nobody should be here from outside. There's a scourge going on.
Over.
And he kind of sets his book on the table, stands up, turns around, and walks out in a hurried pace.
Okay.
You know what? That makes sense.
Well, if the mayor hadn't made the announcement yet, well, it's too late now because everyone's gonna know.
I don't think he believes Hack.
I don't know. The fact that he probably doesn't have any Tishrang here, and you're the only one you popped up out of nowhere, probably means that they might actually believe you.
Or I'm like a horror who's trying to
trick him,
corrupt him.
To corrupt him.
Yes, there's a horror just strolling through town. Man, these guards are really bad if that happens.
I don't know.
I mean, you've never seen it to Tiskrang. Well, if a weird albino one shows up, looks like a horror, talks like a horror, might be a horror. Who knows?
Anyway, all right.
More of a crowd seems to be gathering by the door of the library.
Invite him in, Kinsey.
Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of staring at Kinsey and Hack most of all.
Oh yeah. Oh, they probably don't have any windlings here, do they? Oh,
No.
I'm
You
gonna
haven't
go.
seen
I'm
them.
gonna flutter up to the door and just wave at everybody.
You see, and you can recognize this look. There's a lot of look of odd curiosity, and there's also a few people that have this look of like predatory, like that's something that might taste good.
No. Hello, everybody. See how many of them actually like know. My name is Kinsey.
It has a name. It has a name. What's a Kinsey?
It's my name.
I've never seen a Kinsey before.
No, it's my name. Like what my parents named me.
Oh.
Like, what's your name?
My name is Brill.
Brill. Nice to meet you, Brill. I'm Kinsey. Oh wait, you've never seen. I'm a windling. Have you ever seen a windling?
Yeah, I've seen a windling before. You're not. No. Windlings are like 10 feet tall.
10 feet tall.
Yeah.
She kind of looks down at herself. You're off by a few feet.
I don't know.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
think they're thinking of trolls. Trolls and windlings. Easy to get those two confused.
Oh yes, trolls could be that tall. I mean, but they're not nearly as pretty.
I know when I was younger, I was told that windlings would come get me if I didn't eat my vegetables.
Oh, that's a terrible thing to say. Never, you know what? If you're any of your parents, never tell your parents never tell your kids that. We are
Kinsey,
not.
you do like vegetables.
But I like vegetables, not kids.
You hate you
will
hate
like
children?
kids better if they.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, I love children. I mean, you know what? Yeah, this is just gonna go really bad.
Fly a few figure eights and make everyone forget what was being said.
Yes. Look, we just fly around and we're cute. That's what we do.
A little kid runs up. Is it true the scourge is over? We can go outside?
Yes, and I'm understanding your mayor is already arranging such an expedition.
I don't want to go outside.
Well, I don't think
I know exactly how you feel.
It takes a little while getting used to.
The room is so big and blue, very intimidating.
I mean,
Hack doesn't
what
like it
happens
outside
if
either.
you fall up into the sky?
But
You keep going.
no, hack! Don't do that.
You fall back down again.
Well, there are these things up there. There are these things up there floating around. These big white poofy things. They're called clouds, and you may hit one of those.
But they're soft. You'll be fine.
They are?
Yes.
He would know.
I do know this. I fly.
Okay.
Actually, wait a minute. Wouldn't a cloud get a windling's wings wet and then they can't fly anymore?
Yep. She doesn't actually know. She just assumes.
Oh, yes. That's probably one of the first things you get taught is don't fly into clouds.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't fly into clouds. Don't fly through sprinklers.
Yes.
And don't fly into the window. Please, just stop flying into the window.
So, but
Okay.
yes. So go home and prepare yourselves for what could be one of the most amazing experiences. Even if you don't want to stay out there, it's always a good experience to just take a visit. If you don't like it, I don't think anyone's going to force you to stay out there.
That's good. I don't want to, but then again, Mom and Dad might go outside.
Well, I said, look, calm down. It would just be a cool experience for you just to look. Think about it.
I guess.
Yeah, it's something you've never seen before. I mean, look, you've been surrounded by these walls for a long time. Wouldn't it be nice to see something new?
But these walls are safe.
True. But the scourge is over.
There's
Which
no
means
walls outside.
there are no walls outside. But there are
Yeah, you
trees.
can make walls outside.
There are lots of trees. There are walls outside too, sometimes, if you make a wall.
The
And
little kid
you have all these people here to protect you.
seems to be nodding very skeptically, and then slowly turns and, muttering to themselves, walks away.
Right.
That went well, right?
Yeah.
Didn't cause a panic today.
So, I don't know. There's something strange here, but what else is there for us to do here?
Yeah, the people seem normal enough.
I think we should go back to their mayor, offer to take a letter from him to the Kingdom of Thrall about the condition of his people and possibly requesting any aid they might want from the Kingdom of Thrall that they might be able to provide. And I think we should go. We may be on a bit of a timer here.
Yeah. Do you recall there was a book we were supposed to get here? Was it that our mission? It was a book.
Yes, you were sent to find any books that might be very interesting.
Oh, any book.
I mean, to be fair, we found a lot of those.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. I will just take a quick fly around the library to see if there was anything that points out as something really interesting. An old book. It doesn't matter.
Any grimoires of nethermantic magic.
Yeah. I love those things.
Yeah, to a wendling flying around, you see a very interesting book, and as you pick that one up, then you see a different interesting book on a couple shelves over that looks more interesting than this one.
I pull Maxim with me here, and I just open a bag, and I just throw like a couple of books here, a couple of books there. That's cool. This is cool. This is cool too.
I'm going to open up the ones that are handed to me, and if they don't look like the kind of insanely crazy books we've collected upstairs and that kind of thing, or if they don't look like they're magic books, I'll put them back.
No, everything down here seems to be mundane history books, reference books, except that one of them seems to be, and it's one of the ones that is not quite as interesting because it's thinner. It's not as dusty, so it can't be very old and interesting. It seems to be smaller, like travel size book.
Oh, that's why I picked it, because it's my size. That's obviously...
Yeah, it's a little bigger than yours, but yes. But in the spine of the book seems to be a place for an ink pen. No ink jar or anything, but the pen itself has a place inside of this book.
Okay. What's it? Is it in a language? Is it in?
No, it is in Orzet.
I cannot read Orzet, unfortunately.
But someone can. Put it in the back.
Okay, I'll while this is all going on, I'll put back the regular normal books, and
Okay.
I'll.
So is this one of those moments where I'm like throwing a book in and you're pulling it back out and putting it back on the shelf?
Just like one of those is like, wait a minute. Slowly put that one back in and put the other ones back.
It's like Kinsey's like, all right, we got about 50 books. That should be fine. And there's 4 in there.
Good. Let's go. And you have like 2 that you've kept. You're like, okay, these 2 were interesting enough.
Are there any major alterations to the Book of Tomorrow in their version?
You skimming through it? You actually picking a few pages to read, or?
Yes, doing both.
There doesn't seem to be any alterations to this one.
Okay.
Be right back.
Put it back on the shelf.
Okay. And the scholar comes up. Can I help you find anything else?
Sorry if things are a bit disorganized. The
Well,
Windling went on a bit of a spree.
Yes, I noticed.
So I tried to put everything back where it was.
do you have anybody that speaks Throlic that or is it that or like a Sparathiel book on the founding of this Kaer?
Yes, the histories. He kind of walks you over a few places, and the founding of Basati. And he pulls out a book. I do believe this starts in Theron, and then midway through starts to have dual notations.
Oh, really?
Yes, the first archivist passed, and his replacement started to take notes in both. He continued the Theron language to honor its origins, but also noted in Throlic.
I know you probably don't have a copy I could take with me, but I'd like to spend some time reading this.
Of course. If you have some time, we could have a copy made.
That'd probably be a good idea. The Great Library of Thrall would definitely appreciate the history of the founding of the Kaer.
Yes, we can do that. We do have a few people that can transcribe this book.
That'd be great. Thank you.
I know the mayor said he's planning on opening the main gates, but do you have any indication of how long it might take?
I don't know anything about your gates, so I couldn't say.
Oh.
I suspect that not just that, but preparations elsewhere are going to have to be made. Things are going to have to be, secured
yes.
and ready
What
to be moved.
What kind of a man is your mayor? You only met him briefly. Do you think he'll be excited? Do you think he'll be excited to open the gates and return to the world, or more afraid?
He should be excited. He's a fair mayor. I know everybody should be excited that the scourge is over, but well, when you've lived with it your whole life, it's hard to get used to. I mean, even
you
now,
have
I can't imagine the surface. You know, we were told that it would just be ravaged and destroyed, and
in many places it was, but it has also been growing back.
how long ago did it end?
Well, it depends on your reckoning of like when the Thrall gates were opened, or when Thera reappeared in the province. There's different time frames, but it's been a little while, long enough for cities to start reestablishing themselves, towns to fully move to the surface and begin farming, and trade routes beginning to establish, and it's been a while.
The scourge, it never really ended the way it was supposed to. It was supposed to end with all magic going away, but that never happened. So there's still some magic in the world, and there are still some horrors in the world, but few enough that cities and towns can thrive. But okay, here's a question: do I get the same sense that this guy is like holding something back or being dodgy about something that I got from the mayor? Or...
Roll charisma.
Okay.
Is there
No gadget, no social skills.
He doesn't seem to be dodgy.
Okay.
is there an elven representative that we could talk to?
A representative for what?
An elf that is culturally respected by the other elves in this area, in the Kaer. There is some news that should probably be distributed with tact.
The mayor?
I did not know if he's the. I mean, I would like a grandma or that sort of thing. I'm thinking of.
Oh.
An elder.
Oh. It has to be an elf?
Well, it's concerning elves.
Did they all die off?
No.
Oh.
It just is something that should be distributed with tact.
Okay. Yes, we have. Yes, I know who I can take you to, I think.
Thank you.
You want to go now?
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
Yeah.
He kind of looks towards the front door where there's now dozens of people outside kind of peeking in, and most of them are still afraid to come in and actually say anything. Or
Oh, I got this. And I will dart for the door.
Follow me. We should go out the back.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, he waits till Kinsey goes out towards the door and then tells Hack, follow me.
Distraction. Okay.
Kinsey does a few loops in front of everybody again. Hello, everybody.
It's the flying thing again. It's a wind thing.
Windling.
So yeah, you entertain all of the kids. Wow and ooh and ah.
Yes. I'll tell them some exciting surface world story.
Okay.
With some acting out of it, like where I do loops and pretend I'm fighting or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
A few go running in horror.
No, not like a bad story. More like
Reenacting Looney Tunes.
But there's fighting involved.
What's
your
lore? What lores are your skills in? Because I'm kind of curious what stories you'd be telling.
Wait, creature lore? Maybe not.
No, it's just Tom and Jerry, you know?
Yeah.
So all about Parsavian creatures?
Yeah, you know what? She'll tell stories about the nice creatures.
And then there's the storm wolves where they track lightning and thunder, thunder beast.
Yeah, she's about to tell a bad story, and then she's like, "Wait, you know what? We'll start with the stories about nice creatures."
Griffiths.
So the scholar leads Hack out the back, and Maxim, if he wants to follow.
Yeah, sure. I'll stay with Hack for now. I kind of want to stay with Kinsey in case he gets himself killed, but I'll go with Hack. Or
She'll be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
If she gets herself killed, do you really want to join her?
I've got 10 armor. They can't hurt me.
He leads you off over to the north, where some of the larger, smaller, shorter, rather, squatter buildings are. And they almost seem like large apartment building type things. Multiple dwellings and small confines.
Okay.
Sionia. I think, is probably our resident historian. Yes, she is through here. And he leads you through some, like a hotel, I guess, with doors on multiple sides, and most of them seem to be abandoned, but there's a few places where there's a lot of people hanging out in the hall communally talking, and he leads you past some of those, and most of them stop and watch as you go.
Get stared at a lot.
Yeah, the conversation stops, and then afterwards the conversation starts in a hushed tones, and every once in a while you hear Tiskrang and weird Tiskrang, and wow, so pale. I thought they were supposed to be bright green and blues, and the ones you can understand, that is. And then he gets to a door, and he knocks on the door.
At least they got your description right. Not 10 foot tall.
And when the door opens, there's a couple of younger elves in there, and a few younger dwarves even, kind of in a large sitting room. And there is a rather old-looking elf, female, kind of reclining on the far side. Yes?
I guess, sort of bow respectfully. May we come in?
Yes, enter. I have not seen you
Hold
before.
the door open for Maxim. Yes, we're from outside.
So I've been told by, she kind of motions to the younger elves in the room, or the younger people in the room.
The scourge is over.
Yes, the scourge is over. You come from the surface? From Thrall?
Sorta, yeah. By way of.
How is Thrall?
It's doing quite well. Very prosperous at the moment. May we sit? I'd like to talk with you about elves.
What is your mystic, or a social defense, rather?
My social defense? 9.
Okay, she doesn't get a
My
reading
mystic
of
is
you.
10. My mystic is 10.
She tries to basically get a reading of the meaning of your visit, and then, yes, please sit. Wait one moment. All right, younglings,
Okay.
you can go now. Some of them are, but we want to, no. I will relay any information next time. I've been told they're planning a feast in your honor later, if you stay that long, that is.
It'd be nice to find out what you eat down here. Hack takes a seat, sets aside his pack and items to get get comfortable. Maxim, are you going to be sitting here? You wanted to talk? You can go if you want.
Yes, I have some things I should discuss with the mayor.
Okay, because you're probably aware of what I'm going to talk to her about.
Yes. Just remember, our duties above. We may need to be going before we have time for a feast and all that. But
I hope not. I think that there's yet stuff that we need to do here. I'm getting the impression that there's something that we need to figure out before we go.
Yes.
Anyway, I'll catch up with you eventually.
Yes. Okay. But I was trying to hint at there's the prisoners. We're going to have to do something about those, and I don't want to bring them down here.
Yeah, you don't want to bring it in front of the Hack actually and kill
him. Yeah, as.
Oh right, we should execute those tasks with much haste.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna head off and while he's doing that, I want to go find the mayor and see if he, if we're going back to Thrall, we should take them a message from this place. Talk about who's here, what they might need. Open diplomatic relations with the Kingdom of Thrall. See if they want to send some kind of message like that with us.
It takes you a bit to get to the mayor's office because now you've gone across the way and outside, and more of a crowd are gathering now, so they are swarming you and asking all sorts of questions. And do they really eat people in Thrall? Silly misconstrued questions.
I will attempt to answer some of them while making making progress. But yeah, if other people are doing things, they should probably do those.
Is it true that the Obsidian went mad and killed? We never had an Obsidian down here, but we were told about them. You should stay away from them because they'll crush you.
No, they're okay. They can crush people. They just usually don't. They're really good at building things. Like, when you want to move something and it weighs like 500 pounds, you need to get a whole bunch of people. You could just have an Obsidian do it, and they just pick it up with one hand. It's they're very handy to have around.
Yeah, we heard they throw furniture at people.
Earlier, we ran into a wall that was in the wrong place, and the Obsidian just got it out of there. It was very helpful.
So yeah, there's a whole lot of silly questions, and is it true that this thing that's completely wrong happens? And they follow you.
Of course, yes.
As you go towards the mayor's office, they're following you.
Okay, that's fine.
And as you get closer to the mayor's office, the elven guards that were there come out and shoo away the people, and you'll have time to talk later.
Mm-hmm.
Type stuff. All right. So what is Hack telling her about the Blood Elves?
Yeah, I'll probably go. I'll probably start off with first. Know that the elves of Barsave survived the scourge at great cost. In particular, the elves of Wormwood are no longer as they used to be. During the scourge, their defenses were failing, and they enacted a ritual to protect themselves. And it changed them and Wormwood in a very dramatic fashion. So, with tact, I'm trying to relay this to you. It is not with condemnation or insult. They are now known as blood elves. Thorns grow from inside their bodies out, piercing the skin, and they are constantly bleeding and in pain all the time. And the wood itself reflects their torment. As I said, they survived, but at great cost. It's something to be proud of, and hopefully someday they can be restored. But it is something you're going to have to know before you interact with the outside world. There are many elves that lived in the Kaers throughout Barsave that are unchanged, so they are not the only ones to survive by far. But I thought you should know this and spread it discreetly among yourselves before you have to deal with the views of others.
I thank you for this.
In particular, the Queen is still alive.
I do not yet know how to take it, but I do appreciate the information.
Is there anything you wish to ask me? I know it is a lot to take in.
Yes, it is a lot to take in. The Queen being alive doesn't surprise me, but it's not like I had any contact with her or...
No, I did not expect that. But she's a symbol of your people.
Yes, I can imagine so. I will have to chew on this for a while.
Understandable. Anyway, that's pretty much all I needed to convey to you on that topic.
I thank you.
I've never met one personally. I've never been that far north, and they rarely come outside of Bloodwood nowadays. Although I hear there's a population of them that tend to visit places like Parlife. Most of the elves I've met are just ordinary people living in Thrall and other places.
Yes, I will have to chew on this for a while. That is tragic that the need of it.
I agree. Okay. Hack gets to his feet, gets his stuff.
She offers you some recently baked stuff.
Oh, he takes it.
Bread of some sort. Seasoned different than you're used to, but with what they have, it seems to be a offshoot of a mushroom bread type thing.
Hack has eaten many mushrooms.
She seemed like she was about to ask a question and then either lost her train of thought or perhaps another time.
Okay.
But if you are in the area again, feel free to stop and visit. Whether we are still down here or have moved to the surface, I don't see myself departing from wherever we end up.
Very well, that'd be nice. I like that.
All right, Maxim at the Kinsey, are you still entertaining everybody, or did you avoid? Because you know where Hack was going, and you see Maxim coming back the other way now, and.
I will. I want to explore the town a little bit, so Maxim can do whatever he's doing. So I'm going around and exploring the town a little bit.
Okay.
So getting an idea, feel of the people, and and stuff, because he said it was only like 300 people or so, right? So it's not huge. So I should be able to explore it in a little bit in just a short period of time, and then I'll go back to the mayor once I'm done with that.
You can see flying up any notice the lake. There seems to be an island on the lake. Towards the south wall of this cavern, there's a raised area with some buildings, some natural bridges that cross the lake to a area on the far side where it seems like there's an active volcano. At least there's a few spots where there is steam and a red glow, even from this distance that you can see. 3 or 4 different fungal garden fields.
I will, as I kind of like spot these things, I will ask the different people about them and say, "What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?" That kind of thing.
Most of the stuff on the other side of the lake, they don't, we don't go over there. That's dangerous over there, or the wild animals went over that way because they were hunted over here. So,
Oh, there are dangers on the other side of the lake?
Type stuff. Yes, it is more dangerous, more wild.
Ooh, I gotta tell Maxim and Hack we gotta go visit it. Okay, thank you. And what about that? Is that a volcano? Pointing to the.
Oh, yes.
You have a volcano down here? It's kind of cool.
Doesn't everybody?
I don't think everybody has that volcano. No.
Oh.
I mean, maybe? She's thinking about it. I don't think there was a volcano where I lived. Anyway.
Maybe Kinsey should get one for the living room.
I need a volcano in my living room. And what about these buildings over there? What are those things?
Just more houses.
Oh, okay. Does besides the mayor's house, does like any building look particularly like cooler than the rest, like fancier or anything? Because I see a bunch of interesting looking buildings.
Yeah, there's a place in the south. What would that be? Southeast corner that actually has a tower and a keep in it and a walled compound.
It's like a castle. Ooh.
The building just to the west of it seems to almost be like a temple of some sort with 4 pillared build structures at the corners.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah.
And then up at the northwestern, there's another stronghold outpost of some sort.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the temple looking thing and take a look at that. I'm curious.
It seems to be from the outside, there are a few holes, not windows exactly because there's no glass, but holes looking in. Lots of light quartz lighting it up. There seems to be a guard station of some sort on the periphery of it, and you can't really see further in. You could fit through most of the windows, per se.
I'll approach the guard thing first, because... Hello!
What are you?
I'm Kinsey, the Windling. I don't know if you heard, but the Scourge is over and we're visiting from the surface.
Ah, yes. I have heard.
And I was exploring your fine town, your fine place here, and I was curious about this building over there and stuff. I was curious, what is it?
That is an entrance to the lower catacombs now. It is off limits.
You have a catacombs?
Yes.
Like where you bury your dead when they die?
That was the intended purpose, but it is not safe to go into.
Wait, why not?
Horrors? I think there was a breach down below, so we sealed it.
Oh. I see. How long ago was that?
They kind of look up. When did that happen? 200 years ago? Another guy. Yeah, I think no, it was longer than, about 200 years ago.
Oh, so it's been quite some time.
Yeah.
And no one's been down there since?
A few times we've unsealed it, but nobody's come back up.
Sounds like a challenge.
And while it's unsealed, we've had a few. I guess we should say former residents try to emerge. We couldn't allow that.
Oh. Yeah, on our way here, we ran into some upstairs as well.
Oh, they got up above.
Yeah, we cleared them out, though. But your mayor said something about a main entrance, and that's not the one above, is it? There's another entrance?
Oh, yes. He kind of points. We'll say it's a bit further south on this, off of the map here.
Oh, so there's one down that way. The entrance is down that way.
Yes. With more guard stations and everything's and traps, nobody goes there because we had to protect it from anything coming in. So it'll take some time to clear it now that we're supposed to be preparing to. Well, we aren't preparing to open it. Others will do that, but
so no one's been down there in a long time.
Oh no, everybody knows not to go near there. And you can see, 50 yards further down this cavern is big, huge gates.
Oh, I can see the gates.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How did we not see those? What's on the other side? Huh. I wonder where that goes out.
The other side is outside.
Yeah, but it's not the entrance that we came in. That's why I'm curious.
Oh. Well, obviously it's not the entrance you came in.
Yeah. But I guess we'll see when we leave then where that entrance goes, because I'm not sure where the entrance goes out to. Interesting. Okay, well, thank you for your assistance. Oh, what about that building there? And she points to the fort-looking building, the castle-looking building.
Oh, just where the guards are trained and housed.
Oh, it's a barracks. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you for your help. I might come by and say hi again with my friends. Okay? Bye.
Oh, okay. Did we help? I guess.
And I fly off. I'm heading towards the mayor's now that I have some intel.
Okay.
So.
And Maxim was going to the mayor's too?
Yes.
He is still there. More people, there's more activity now when you are approaching the next time. Seems a lot more, not dignitaries, but people are coming in, giving reports, and then taking reports and leaving. And, there's a line of people when you get there, and probably about 5 of them. And when they go in, it seems to be about, from what you can hear, getting this person or that person to organize a team to start clearing, start disarming the traps leading to the doors, and we're going to open them up. And somebody else is, all right, you're in charge of slaughtering a few beasts for the feast tonight. And then it's your guys' are up to the door.
All right.
Welcome back.
What was the mayor's name again? I think you mentioned it the first time, but I didn't write it down.
I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
We got so excited introducing ourselves that we forgot to ask.
Kendall.
Yeah, I must have a lot of books. Anyway, yes, Kindle. We were thinking, when we return to Thrall soon, we should probably bring some message from you, to beginning of diplomatic relations between yourselves and the Kingdom of Thrall. Perhaps if there's any assistance you need that the Kingdom of Thrall might be able to provide, or if any of your people may wish to make the several-week journey there to settle there, closer to there or near to Bartertown for safety, then you may wish to. It may be you may have some things that should go in a message back to the Royal Expeditionary Force. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I will have a document prepared. You are not leaving immediately, are you?
No, not immediately. But there are concerns. You remember when I mentioned that there were some farms that have been attacked by slavers on the way here, we should make sure that they are well, and that the attacks have not continued, or if there's anything we can do about it.
I see.
The expeditionary force there is a lot that we need to do, and this place is far away from Thrall itself.
I understand.
Am I there yet or no?
Yeah, you can be arriving now, because you chattered at the guards for only a few minutes and then flew back.
Yeah.
I come in. Maxim, guess what?
What?
They have catacombs. Tell us about the catacombs.
They're dangerous?
Tell them why.
Because the dead don't stay dead?
See, they have horrors down there.
They have horror. There are horrors down here.
He kind of looks at Kinsey questioningly, like, who did you talk to?
You talk to everybody.
I can't give the name of my informant because I forgot to ask. Okay.
See, horse came from below. See?
Yes, that would make sense.
We had, before we decided to construct the upper levels and defenses there, we had started building lower levels and also a spot for our dead, but they did not stay dead. And there's a report that there was a large attack that killed many people. Nobody was able to describe the cause of it, so we sealed it. Over the years, a few groups decided that they were going to try to go in there and discover what happened. And while we left the entrance open for them and defended it, but from things trying to get out, after a couple weeks for each group, nobody had come back out again, so we couldn't leave it unsealed for much longer than that.
That sounds exciting, right?
No.
Sorry. We get. I get excited about these things. New places to explore.
Well, if you really want to, but
I mean, not right now. Maybe for later, though.
I would advise against it, but there is standing orders that if a group thinks they wish to go down there, we will open the entrance for 2 weeks.
Good to know. Mm-hmm. We'll talk it with the rest of the group, of course, before we make that decision. But I just thought it was interesting information. But they said it was like a long time ago that this started happening, right? Like 200 years ago?
Actually, a little longer than that, but yes, roughly.
Weird timeline stuff here.
Yes. I wonder if perhaps those references we found in the scraps of paper, we're not even really sure who they belong to. They may have simply been talking about those that
could be
those cadavermen below. It may have been. We assumed that when they meant below, they were referring to the barricades that were up there and past them. But I suppose, yes, there was no indication that any fighting happened on the way down here, not past the upper defenses.
Yeah, everything that's just weird. But oh well. How long will it take you to clear the entrance to open the gates? Do you know?
Perhaps a week.
It appears we will probably not be able to stay that long.
Yes, actually, I would like also to send a group up with you so that they can monitor the way you came in as well.
That may be a good idea, actually. Oh, right. We have those prisoners. She forgot.
Yeah.
It's her. Yeah. That's a good idea. We'll go later on today and double check to make sure that we've cleared everything, because we don't want to have left anything left there, and and then we can clear it with your men. Okay.
Okay.
Because there were some creatures up there that would that could be troublesome for your men, and we want to make sure we get them all.
Ah, yes. Very thoughtful. In the meantime, would you need quarters to rest in?
What do you think, Maxim?
Yes, that might be nice. There isn't anywhere particularly good to rest, but I should go check on the rest of our animals and equipment. We left some things up above.
Yes, that's true. We did. Correct.
Very well. Let me show you to have some rooms prepared for you, and then you may go. Since the town is aware that you can use the main cave leading further up instead of the side chute that brought you to the back here.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they kind of, I kind of stick out.
It was a matter of time.
Apparently, you don't have any windlings here?
No.
Mm.
From what I've been told, most windlings were very adverse to underground cares.
Yes, they most are. Mm-hmm. I didn't like it. No one likes it. But I don't mind. I've gotten used to it now.
We do have large space up above, but...
Oh, yeah, I had a question. So people are saying that the other side of the lake is dangerous and that there's like wild animals or something over there. Is that right? Or is this more like something you tell people to make sure they just go over there?
No. A few of the animals that were brought when the Kaer was established went feral, breeded. Anything that comes into the closer fungal farms are hunted, but we don't go further than that. So certain animals maintain lairs over there.
Oh, so you actually have like wild animals.
Yes.
That's cool.
And a few of them occasionally use the caves to go up to the surface, or at least they did. Or at least the upper levels, not the surface.
Right. Yeah, we saw some evidence of huntings of creatures being hunted, but it looked like it'd been for a long time. So, okay, cool, awesome, good things to note. Yes, let's get our quarters, and then we'll go check on the animals, and we're good.
The guards that escorted you in here escort you out, and the mayor's office is in the little building here close to the wall, and they lead you to rooms on the building just to the west of it.
Okay,
and there's
so
yeah, most of them. I mean, there's rooms for more than the 300 people they admit to having as population. A lot of these places are empty, clean, waiting. Like they were prepared and just never needed them. So they show you to a few places, and where a public bath is for the building.
Cool.
Okay.
Here, we will alert the guards at the caverns leading up to the surface that you may pass.
Thank you.
And enjoy your stay. Oh, if nobody told you, we are planning a feast.
We heard.
It would be in a few hours yet still.
Understood. Thank you.
They believe you.
I gotta go find Hack to tell him where we are. I'll be back.
And we should probably call it there.
Yeah, she'll fly around hunting Hack down. It can't be hard, you know.
No, Hack draws a crowd too.
So yeah.
And
on
then
the
we
way
can
back,
probably-
I'll tell
Hack's
him all
probably
about
looking-
I'll tell him all about the catacombs I found about. So
What's Hack looking
Well, that
for?
explains a few things. Hack's probably contemplating the pond.
The lake?
Yeah. That's not really a lake, though. It's more of a pond.
yeah, Kinsey really wants to visit the island in the center of it.
Well, you can do that without too much trouble.
Yep, probably. It looks like they have like docks there too, right? Is that docks?
Yes, there's a few docks there.
So they do like fishing and stuff.
Yes, there is fishing boats out on the lake.
Sweet.
Yeah. Save it for next week, but next game, but Hack is probably going to go swimming.
Okay. Since it was a light night, let's go with...
You got a lot done though.
Yes, she did.
Diddle. We disarmed a few traps through various methods.
What are you calling?
What do we call this?
The city beneath.
Ooh, I like it. The city beneath. Sure.
Let's add a date.
Which I guess would be the same as last week's session? Or the prologue date.
One date, the 7th.
The 7th.
Yep. Somewhere during your travels, a day passed.
Yeah, we're underground.
Let's go with 800 legend tonight.
800?
We're calling it the city below?
Yeah, 800.
Beneath.
Beneath. Sorry. And 800, right?
800, yes. Which brings the career total up to 6,300.
Uh-huh.
Let me add the others. And also let me end the stream. Yeah, 2 weeks is the 2nd. That is probably no good for me. I think the 16th of January is the next possible likely date.
Okay.
Unless